How you guys doing tonight? My name's Jason Lowry. I'm here with my partners in crime. We got Mr. Meatenstein, Mr. Beef Wellington, Mr. Strip Mike, New York Strip Mike, and the meat master himself, Mr. Burgess. How you guys
What's
doing?
up? Hey, I'm doing good, man. Everybody doing okay out there? Doing good, man. Doing good. Had a pretty good week, pretty good day. It's a beautiful day outside. It's like 60-something degrees here in Detroit. It's beautiful. Got a chance to grill a little bit today, so I'm happy, man. What about you, Wells? Oh, my bad. What about you, Eric?
I had a good week. We could travel down the Missouri area, picked up a bunch of stuff. Talk about that in a minute. Good to be back with you boys. Mr. New York Strip, how you doing, my friend?
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm doing real good. Thanks for asking, man. Had a great day. A lot to talk about this week. Had a good week. Did a lot of things. Watched a lot of things. Did some things with some Legos. Maybe a little special day for my little guy we'll talk about in a few minutes. But before we get started, real quick, Ian, can you just tell me real quick? I'm sorry, Beef Wellington. Is that your name today, Ian? E. Wells. What time is it, E. Wells?
It's time to nerd up and shut up, guys.
Yeah, baby. Let's get into it.
It's that time.
We are here. We are here.
Yes,
we are
sir.
here, man.
Oh, yeah.
And Mike.
Beautiful week. Let's get started.
Yeah, man. Hey, Mike, real quick, man. I think we had a pretty big accomplishment this week as a show, man. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I heard some rumors because I don't really, get the whole, subscriber and this and that and social. But what I understand is it's a pretty big deal when you have 100 people subscribe to you. And in just 4 short weeks, we've already got 100 people following us. And we just want to say real quick, thank you to Internet Land, everyone out there, everyone supporting us. This is for you guys. We do this for you. We just hope you keep on enjoying it. And as long as you guys enjoy us talking our shit, we're going to keep on talking it. So just let us know.
That's right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Thank you. Thank you sincerely from the bottom of our hearts. And I know that makes Lowry very, very proud with all the hard work that he's put in as well. Everybody as a show, but specifically for the technology aspect behind the scenes and knocking a lot of stuff out, man. Well, Lowry, I know that makes you proud, man. So how was your week?
Man, it's been pretty good. Like I tell you, it may not 100 subscribers may not seem a lot to some people, but like the reason why that was one of our first goals we did that in the first place is because of you get a custom URL on YouTube. Yeah, it may be not a lot to some people, but dude, that's one of our first goals we wanted to meet, and we hit it, and we did it within the first couple episodes. And we're doing pretty well and everything on YouTube, Podbean, all that. We're doing fairly well. I mean, we're getting pretty good feedback, so I'm pretty proud about being on the show with you guys about all this. So, but beyond that, man, it's been a pretty good week. I'm feeling a little bit better. The medication's starting to work a little bit. Got a few things in the mail, nothing too crazy, but week's been pretty good. Hung out with Bethany. We went out yesterday to dinner for our wedding anniversary, so we kind of did that.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you, man. Thank you. The 1 year wedding anniversary. We'll be together this year for, I guess, 10 years? Total?
And that's tomorrow.
Oh,
and tomorrow's the 1 year wedding anniversary,
yes,
right?
sir. Tomorrow? In fact, a couple of you guys were here at our wedding also.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you. And I want to say, happy anniversary to my wife, Bethany. She's amazing. She actually supports the hell out of us. And even kind of talks, sometimes crazy things go on in the podcast and stuff, and just kind of set everything up. And then sometimes stuff, happens, and she's supporting us all along the way. And I've been pretty happy with this. So
that's good, man. That's good.
Excellent.
Great week. How about you, Meatenstein?
I had a good week. I was in Missouri for work, and I spent some time in St. Louis. So I hit up some vintage toy shops for something I like to do while I'm out in the world if I can. Mm-hmm. Picked up some things. I got it right here if you want to see.
Yeah, show us, man. What you got?
Yeah, I got a couple tapes. Yeah, I got a couple tapes. I got a G1 Slugfest and Overkill.
Nice,
dude.
Nice. Real shiny still, man.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Got a Wreck-Gar.
Oh, look at that. That's cool.
Hey.
Nice. That's a good shape.
Wow.
I haven't seen one of those in a while.
That dude's always had a big head.
Yeah.
As a toy.
Yeah, he did.
And then I got a Skywarp.
Oh,
nice.
look at that.
Nice.
That looks pretty good.
It's in
That
good
one came
condition.
complete, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's complete, nice and complete. But
Did you spit shot in that thing or?
No, it came like that. It's beautiful.
Wow.
You didn't
Real
have a
beautiful
sticker
thing.
party again or anything, so
He just
Heyo.
stickers, man. I could do another week of that shit, boys. Come on. But no, while I was in St. Louis, real quick, I got to hang out with one of our friends, Sam Mead of Masterpiece Shitpiece Theater fame.
nice.
Nice.
Hung out with him for the evening. We had a couple drinks, so it was good to see him. So shout out to him and the Masterpiece Shitpiece boys.
Yeah, man.
Always supporting
Sam's
us.
good dude. So
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, good dude. Came back home to a couple things, a couple packages. I got the
oh, there you go.
So
Smokescreen Plus that finally came. Shout out to
Nice.
Handy. Shout out to
looks
Handy
good.
Agabus.
Nice.
So jealous.
Yes,
So
sir.
jealous.
I
Can't
might
wait
have
till
to
mine
get
comes
that.
in.
I got the
Oh,
Lio
nice.
Convoy. That's
Okay. That
it's
looks sweet.
Yeah, it's crazy ass transformation, but it's quality. Nothing broke on this thing, so I
It's huge.
gotta give him that.
Nice.
Hey, can we talk real quick
Nice.
about that, Eric? Because that's
Yeah,
I mean
yeah,
that's
yeah.
our most recent Takara masterpiece release. I mean, talk to me
Yeah.
about quality, talk to me about paint, talk to me about joints, talk to me about Vietnam. Come on.
How's it feel in your hand?
It if you know, it feels good. I mean, it's got a little weight to it. There's ratchets everywhere except in the arms that go that way. There's an outward right there. Nothing.
Okay.
Okay.
Nothing here,
Yeah.
but it's still good. It's nice and solid. No paint, chipping. Paint's beautiful. The red paint's beautiful. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Wow.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
That looks good, dude.
Yeah, that
It looks
blue.
really good.
It looks.
Some things look better off camera.
Yeah, I mean, getting from point A to point B is kind of a pain in the ass, but nothing broke. It's better than the Hound, better than the Bumblebee. Their Beast figures seem to be where it's at right now. I'm not sure what
So you-
Have
why
you
that is.
transformed him yet, or have you transformed him yet? Or?
One sound from Lion to what he is now.
Hmm.
And I had no problems. Nothing chipped, nothing broke. I don't hear any complaints about it either on the internet.
Good stuff.
It just dropped this week, right? Just a couple days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, back Monday, I think. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, Deluxe got heads up earlier this week.
Nice.
So
Yeah,
Yo,
it came out
and-
earlier this week.
While
Yeah,
we're at it,
Tuesday.
man, shout out to Deluxe, man. He got his pictures on Hanny's website. So they're on
Yeah.
agabus.com, and his pictures of Leo, is that that's
Lio
not Leo.
Convoy.
Yeah,
Lio
Lio
Our
Convoy.
convoy, yeah.
Lio Convoy are on agabus.com right now, man. So if you
Beautiful
go to agabus.com and you buy this, you're looking at Mr. Matthew Baldwin's work, man. So he does a pretty good job with taking pictures. So shout out to him.
Yeah, man.
Look
Matt's
at-
good
look at
people.
Deluxe. Yeah,
man.
Hell
man.
yeah.
Good luck.
So he got Terry and now he got Hanny too, man. He's making his round.
Yeah,
He's-
man.
He's coming up in the world. He's coming up in
Good
the
for
world. for sure.
Deluxe, man.
Good dude there. Also, subscribe to his channel too, guys. If you're listening to our show, he's a good friend of ours as well. So subscribe to his channel on YouTube, Deluxe Reviews. Deluxe Baldwin is what he goes by a lot of different times, but we know him affectionately as Matthew Deluxe Baldwin. So if you see those names out there, he's a cool dude. He's also a good dude to talk to if you got any questions about photography or anything as well. So hit him up. Good dude
Big
there.
Redskins fan too. Big Redskins
Yeah.
fan.
Yeah, huge.
Yeah, so if you see him stroke his beard for me and tell him not to bring that at you.
Hey Lowry, remember
He's
when we
got
were
a
down
nice
here,
beard.
Lowry?
Oh, dude,
Just
look
go
at it.
there
It's
real
already
quick
starting to
and
poof out again. Like,
Nice.
Back to normal.
yeah. It'll be a few weeks and it'll be all back.
Yeah, man. Good
That's
stuff. Good stuff.
Uh,
Sorry.
No, it's all right. But we had a toy show today downtown in Pittsburgh. I got some more things. I got Inferno.
Awesome,
Nice.
man.
Oh,
Yes, we got that. We got Thrust. Looking good.
He is cleaning up over
wow,
here, man.
dude.
You got some good ones, man.
Damn.
Yo.
Hell yeah.
We're not done yet. We're not done yet. We got
Damn.
Ramjet.
He got all.
He got a
them
New
all.
York mic call.
You got them all.
He needs some stickers.
He needs stickers. Yeah, he needs some stickers. And last but
No,
not
show me
least,
the Gurge.
I didn't pick him up. I got this one, Sandstorm.
Sandstorm.
Oh, nice. I
Dude,
never
we
had
need a
that.
proper masterpiece Sandstorm.
We
dude.
do.
Yeah,
that
that
unique
other
toys
one
does
was
not
a
hold up.
unique toys. That thing was bad.
Yeah.
That was
It wasn't
garbage.
that great. I bought it on sale for $59 and I still was mad when I got it.
But other than toys, I got some stuff for the collection room. I got some lights for the detolf. I got
Nice.
some blackout blinds. to keep it dark, so nothing yellows. And so I think that's it. So busy week, good week though, expensive week.
Good stuff, man.
Fun nonetheless.
Good stuff. So before we move on, where's your original G1 collection now at this point? Are you missing a lot? Or you got a lot? I see here, but are you missing a lot still?
I'm doing well. The 1984, whatever they released in 84, when I picked up Skywarp, I completed that. So that page is done. But 85's moving along. 86, it's just whenever I get it set up, I'll show you guys. It's gonna look good.
Oh yeah,
dude. Real good. But I'm moving along real quickly. Probably too quickly.
So that was the deluxe Insecticons too with the 84. You got all 4 of those?
No, that was 85. You're talking about like Chop Shop and Ransack and all them?
Oh, that was 85. Okay, all right.
Yeah, those the deluxe ones were 85, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But
you would know better than me. I would assume you know.
Yeah, but I'm getting there. It's been a fun ride. Been a real fun ride.
I can't wait to see your setup, dude. Once you get all that done in our upcoming episodes of you guys sharing what you plan on doing. So
yeah, we're hopefully gonna work on some of that stuff today. So
yeah, those risers you bought are gonna come in real handy.
Yeah, I can't wait for those. Oh yeah, I got risers too. So from
Amazon. I saw that, dude. How much were there again?
I think it was like $12. I think for a set. I think
that's not bad.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all.
Nice, dude.
Well, yeah. So, Wells, what about you, man? How was your week this week as far as hauls, pickups?
The week was pretty slow for me, man. I didn't really pick up anything this week. I did go on some treasure hunts though to try to see if I can find anything. I've been checking out my local Targets, looking for that Red Hulk out there. So if anybody finds one, wants to be kind and send one over to you, boy, please do. But
speaking of that Red Hulk,
too, sticking that one out for you, so you'll be all right.
Did you guys see that guy post that video of running over one of the Red Hulks?
I was just thinking about that. What's up with that?
I don't know.
Somebody ran over one.
Yeah, someone actually posted a video of him putting the brand new underneath his tire and just running over it and just trolling groups and just sending it out. It was funny as hell.
Some people got way too much money.
Oh yeah, they got heated.
I was just gonna say, I mean, if y'all got money like that, I'll tell you what. Instead of spending the 30 on the figure, I'll save you 15 and just send me 15. Yep. All right, and we all good. No problem. Service to the community that I'm going to provide.
All the donations go to New York Mike at.
Just send cash. It's okay.
I feel you, brother. I feel you.
Jesus.
I'm with you.
I'm sure he got a lot of hate mail, boy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And some people, man, like I've never understood the I need to troll just for the sake of trolling thing. Like, what's the point, dude? Like, are you really just trying to stir the pot that bad? Like, what's the point?
It wants attention, man. It wants to be famous.
I guess for 15 seconds. I guess
that's it.
That stuff will kill you, man.
Well, yeah,
you want to be famous that bad for 15 seconds? You live a pretty boring life. And yes, I said it. You suck as a person.
They're saying he got to take the video down. I guess he got too many negative comments.
Facebook stepped in like, time to go. Time to go.
Super troll status.
What about you, Mike? What'd you get this week?
I had a busy week. I want to start off with, first of all, saying I'm going to apologize. You're going to hear this a lot. Okay, I'm going to apologize almost every week for giving bad information. I gave some really bad fucking information last week. All right, when we were talking about that Phoenix, the Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie.
Oh
Lowry was 10,000. Hold on, he's up in that corner. 10,000% right. Okay, about that 50-something million. I said 5 million. I don't know what kind of crack I was smoking.
55 million.
Yeah, I was totally wrong about that. But I'm going to try and correct myself.
I wanted to say something, but we moved on too quick. It was like 62.5 million budget. That's what it was.
Dude, stick your foot right in my ass and twist. So okay, it's all good. I don't get
Look, he's giving it to somebody this week.
It's my turn. It's okay. I'll take it. But all right. Anyway, so I did get a couple things this week. I got I found this guy earlier in the week at Walmart, Astro Train.
Ooh,
nice.
And I wanted to replace it because the commemorative reissue that I have is the wrong or the right paint, depending on which one you're looking for. I got the black and the white one, so this is the purple and gray one. So I'm very excited about that.
Nice.
And I was shopping for a certain birthday, which we're going to get to in a second, and I found this at a GameStop.
Whoa!
And this is a Forge.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Forge.
Yeah,
Nice.
$5? Does that say $5?
No, I wish it said
Oh.
$5.
$18.97, something like that.
Which isn't much of a
18.97.
sale.
All right.
I already have one, but my thinking is we're getting that Sunspot, we're getting the Thunderbird, strong guys around the corner, and everybody that's going to have that buyer's remorse that forgot about this guy when he first came out. This guy's going to be worth some coins. So when he goes up a couple bucks, you want one? Hit me up. On the tour last week, I gave some shout outs, but I forgot about this, and this is actually something that I was really, really happy with. Because quick story. My first TFCon down in Reston, Virginia, where I met a lot of you guys. I saw some things on display, and I was so impressed by them, and I was always like, wow, I wish I could have that in my basement or that in my display, because I'd never seen anything like this up until this point. I didn't know about dioramas. I didn't know about backgrounds and things for displays. So I was fortunate enough to pick these two pieces up that were on display originally there. I ran into Mr. Chris Pinkerton, who is the owner of Crashbox Customs, who does these things. And he gave me a great deal on them. And these are the original setups that were in the DTOFs.
Nice.
At Reston, Virginia.
I remember those. Those were at the Agabus booth.
Yeah,
yes, they were.
Yep.
And let me tell you something. Galvatron looks sexy as fuck on top.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
And then I got this one too. Bear with me here. Hold on.
You gotta have to give Wolf some tissue over there, man.
Yeah, no doubt. I remember that with the wires.
Yeah, man.
With the busted Autobot symbol.
Oh yeah,
in half.
and
now,
that one was dope.
And Pinkerton goes hard, so we got electronics in this bitch right here.
Nice.
All right, and we, one mode's not good enough. 2 modes ain't good enough. We got 3 different light settings here.
Nice.
And this will just fade in and out nice and slow, like it's kind of out of power. And
that's it.
Nice.
I'm
Shout
really
out to
happy
Crashbox, dude. He does good stuff. Yeah.
Crashbox Customs.
Shout out to the giant himself, Mr. Chris Pinkerton, the gentle giant.
Yep. Those that have not met him, he really is tall. He is the gentle giant.
Yeah, bro. I thought I was tall.
He's the only one. He's like 6'4", 6'5". He's the only.
No, he's like 6'7".
Is he? He's pretty big.
Tall, bro.
He looks 6'7". I'll tell you. I don't know if he is, but he looks it. But great stuff there. I'm very happy with it. Couldn't be happier that he gave me the opportunity to pick those up, and
nice.
I got him for a great deal. So, really good guy. Shout out to him. Last shout out I want to do is to my little guy, to my guy Jaden. He's 9 years old tomorrow. His birthday party was today. We had it at a place called Launch, which is it's basically a trampoline park.
Oh, man, I love those places.
Oh, cool.
It's this was a little special today because I'll tell you a little without taking up too much time. A lot of you know that I have a 9-year-old son. Most of you don't know that he's autistic and he's in special education. And one of the challenges that we have had growing up with him is getting his classmates together with the parents and getting them engaged outside of the school. Because speaking from experience, when you do have an autistic child, there's going to be different behaviors that happen. There's different things that do come up. And as a parent, when there's a bunch of other people that are looking around at you and don't really know what's up, it can be embarrassing. But it's taken some time. It's taken a couple of years now to get all the other parents on board to make them understand. Hey, listen, guys, we're in this together. We're going to be in this together for the next 5, 6 years, 7 years. These kids are friends. They're going to be in the same school, and everyone's starting to open up now. And we're getting
that's awesome.
We're getting more play dates together, and we're getting the kids to interact more outside of school. And I'm so happy for that.
That's amazing, bro.
Dude,
that's great.
Congratulations to him and all that. That's phenomenal, man.
Yeah, that's amazing. Round of applause for that.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, round of applause for Jaden, man.
Happy birthday to him, by the way. Definitely happy birthday to little man.
That's amazing, Mike. My ex that I was with before I met my beautiful wife, I helped her raise her kid, and he was autistic. And I had known him since he was like the age of 8 and helped him, throughout, and learned a lot about kids with autism, man, even high functioning, low functioning, man. So my heart goes out to you and your family, as well as kudos to you for being proud and taking the time to do what's needed to make sure your son has a quality life, man. That's amazing.
Yeah, man. Shout out to you too.
That.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate that. Thank
It's
you.
not easy, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Well, you got good people around you, and it's it just that makes all the difference.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Last thing, real quick, did a couple more things this week. I took part probably somewhere around 15 to 20,000 Legos, real numbers. So I'm cracking away at this basement. There's gonna be little updates every week. So that's what I did. I disassembled a whole bunch of sets this week, and we're gonna get a little deeper into it this coming week, getting some more stuff apart. I'll try to take some still shots so you can kind of see what it looks like when it's built, and then like the big pile of crap that it turns into, because it's actually pretty interesting.
How's your fingers, Bill?
What's that?
How's your fingers?
My fingers are hurting a little bit. They are hurting a little bit. They're a little tender.
Yeah.
You didn't use like the thing that they give you, the Lego thing you put in between the cracks to, the little whatever, the lever thing that they give you.
A spudger. A spudger. A Lego spudger.
That's what it is.
Whatever you call it.
This is a Lego spudger.
Yeah.
It's great. You can take bricks apart here. All right,
I've never seen that, to be honest.
Yeah, I've never seen it. When they start doing that?
Yeah, they come in a pack. Lego
this
pack.
pick here, this is a multi-tool. This works. This is functional. You pop the tiles off because there's a small bevel on the bottom of the tile, and this pops. This little, I'm trying to get you to see it. This little thin piece right here.
Yeah.
Like that pops right under the tile right there.
That's it.
Right.
And you just pop them out. You can click them out. There's this piece right here. Come on, where's my damn camera? There we go.
There you go.
This piece right here, that's for Technics pieces. It's a cross sign. If you can see it, it's a plus.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So you're popping pieces out with it. This is the best tool that you ever got with Lego.
It makes it a little easy. Yeah, absolutely.
I did not have one of those as a kid. I could have used that. That would save my fingernails.
Yeah, no doubt.
For sure.
Yeah, it is a modern day thing. It's not when we were kids, but we got one with the Batmobile that we're building. So
Bethany gets all the Harry Potter stuff, and she doesn't have that in any one of them.
These generally come with the larger sets. If you got a set that's over 1,000 pieces or something like that, you usually get something like this.
Right.
But I've got like 40 of them, dude. You want one? I'll send one to you. No problem.
Nice.
Absolutely. I got a bunch of them.
Bethany
too,
will definitely appreciate that.
Yep. No, it's all yours, man. I'll send one to you. And lastly, I consumed a couple things this week. I finished up, let's see. In the last 2 weeks, I finished up Luke Cage, Iron Fist.
Nice.
I just finished Defenders last night.
There you go.
I'm tearing through that, and it's great stuff. I love it.
Sad to see it go, man. Sad to see it go.
Well, there's rumors.
Yeah.
Some of them might be going. Some of them might be staying. Rumors.
Right.
We talk about rumors. We'll talk later about them.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Good stuff.
Indeed.
Good stuff, man.
Who am I segueing to? Because I took up way too much time. Who's next?
Well,
Jason,
I'll go. Oh, Jason, go ahead.
I already went. It's actually Burgess's turn.
Yep. So
Burgess, I'm sorry. I'm an idiot.
Oh, it's all good, man.
Hey,
so
give it to the meat master.
So I had a pretty slow week as far as collectibles. I purchased some things, and I'm still waiting on some things to come in the mail. So I'll show you guys that next week. As far as media, I did start a new series, Dracula, on Netflix.
Ooh.
And man, I'm on episode, let's call it 2.5 or 3.5 rather, because I'm halfway through the third episode, and it's really good. It is really, really good.
I didn't expect some of the turns in that one, dude.
Yeah, and they keep throwing twists at you too. So shout out to Netflix for constantly giving us good stuff to watch. And shout out to the BBC because that's who actually helped produce it. So they've been doing some good stuff too recently. Actually, I think I did get one thing. I think I got The Rock from SH Figure Arts this past week. It came in on Monday. I think that was it, pretty much. Yeah, so I got The Rock from SH Figure Arts. It was on sale for $20 on Amazon Prime.
Nice.
For anybody who's looking for it, it was. They still got like 5 of them. So go get it. It's a pretty cool figure for anybody who is a fan of the mid 90s, early 2000s wrestling, or late 90s, early 2000s wrestling. The Rock was my guy. So I'm looking for a Stone Cold now at a pretty good deal because I don't want to pay over $35-$40 for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'll be picking that up. And like I said, I ordered some stuff. We got some stuff done here around the house. Got a chance to finish some leaves that kept getting snowed on all winter long. Just when it would heat up, and I would rake them up, get most of them done. I got a huge backyard. It was snow, so I wasn't able to finish all that. But we got that done. I was able to barbecue today. Got some chicken on the grill, a little salmon on the grill, a little smoked salmon.
Nice.
made some smothered potatoes and some fire roasted vegetables. So that was fun. And that was it. And I worked my second job because we got a couple of vacations come up this year. So a lot of people know that I'm a valet supervisor, spare time, part-time, whenever I want to make some extra money. And that was cool because I got a chance to see some of the NXT guys last night for the WWE NXT. So they were staying at the hotel I was working at.
Right.
Did you get any pictures with them at all, or do you just see them in passing?
No, I just seen them in passing. Like a lot of them stopped at our booth, and the valet booth is just right by the front door. Me and the doorman share a booth, and they were talking, chatting it up while they were waiting on their bus. I try not to get a whole lot of pictures with people because I don't want them to feel like the hotel itself to feel like we're on the job trying to get pictures with a bunch of people.
Yeah. That makes sense.
But yeah, and most of the time they really don't mind. I just like, nah, I don't want to go down that bag unless it's somebody like super, super, super duper, like I wanted to meet for a long time, I might be willing to do it. But yeah, I see people all the time. Like the coach from the Lions, Matt Patricia, stays there, and yeah, right. You can send him back. You can send him back to New England. He can go play with Belichick again and come up with some plays. Stick with that. But yeah, that was it. That was my week.
Did you work on the Batmobile at all?
I did, man. I did. We're on bag, I want to say 13. Yeah, we're on bag 13.
Almost halfway.
Yeah, halfway.
Bag 13 out of how many? How many bags?
I think it's 26 labeled bags with 2 extra part bags. Yeah. So let's call it 28.
All right.
Yeah,
so 28.
Plus
so we're
smaller bags inside some of those bigger bags too. So.
Yeah, that's true. It is a lot of little pouches inside those bigger bags, but we'll probably work on a couple bags here tonight too. We've been trying to, when we have spare time, work on 2 to 3 bags a night, and I anticipate by the end of next week we'll be done with it. But it's been fun. It's been fun to build, relaxing, nice little stress reliever for myself and the wife. So it's been fun. I'll make sure I show you guys final picks.
Yeah, I was going to say, definitely put a slideshow together. We could post it up so everybody can see the progress.
Yeah, man. Yep. I've been taking pictures every time we do something just to show the progress, much like I've been doing my weight loss journey, which is coming along pretty good. So I'm trying to be around for my family, my wife and my kids, and my friends too, because I'm pretty sure some of them don't want to see me go too soon either. So
I don't think any one of us would see any one of us go too soon.
Yeah, man. But that was it. Pretty much it for the week. So let's go around the yard one more time, man. And I want to get a couple opinions on some things. There's been some stuff floating around there. Pretty funny news this week. One of the biggest things that I thought was pretty hilarious is that they now have vodka that's out.
Yes.
That was made from crops in Chernobyl, but not just regular Chernobyl. The area that is off limits. So
I'm showing a screenshot of the article. Like, dude, it's
atomic vodka.
Yeah, dude, I'm actually gonna buy it.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
So look at this. It comes with a nice. It's grown from the crops. They use the water from the contaminated area and everything. And
this is crazy.
Just talking about it, I'm just like, as soon as I saw the article, I had to post it. I was like, dude.
So are you really getting this?
Yeah.
Will you Facebook Live this shit when you drink it?
Yeah, I'll do it.
I want to see it.
I might keel over and die or something, but yeah, I'll do it.
Grow a lot
not right away. It'll probably take a couple years.
I'll probably grow an extra head. There'll probably be a second one like the following week, but
Lowry's gonna be a real life Incredible Hulk out here.
Yeah, or be like Toxic Avenger or something like but
Toxic Avenger.
But I'm thinking about picking it up, dude. Like I'm gonna try to see if I can, and I don't know offhand like what grain it is. It doesn't really talk about that in the article. But I'm thinking about getting it, dude.
They make it look pretty. Look at that box.
Look at that.
It comes in a wood crafted box. It has its own little straw hay on the inside, and the bottle looks pretty dope. I mean, I'm not. Even if I was drinking, nope.
Yeah, but dude, it comes with, and the best thing is, it looks like a pig or a boar or something, like walking towards like a dead forest or something on the front of it. Like, I don't know. I think I'm gonna do it.
All right,
box you down, lead.
Listen, if you know somebody with cancer, it might cure cancer. So listen, it's all the stuff that's in there, man.
Yeah.
Yikes!
This is pretty stupid. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna come out and say it. This is pretty fucking dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I have a little experience with this, and there's got to be vodka is one of the most widely produced products in the world when we're talking about liquors. You got whiskey and you got vodka. Those are your two biggest ones. So why are you gonna get nuclear vodka when you've got about 1,000 other choices that are not going to make your balls fall off or lose your hair?
You got people selling candles that smell like their vaginas. This really surprised me.
As long as it's not going to give me cancer.
I'm just saying. I'm not shocked by this at all.
I mean, I think we should give it 5 years and just see, all these products coming out of Chernobyl and see where the cancer spikes are, and then, make some educated guesses after that. I'm just saying.
Well, so basically on their site, they're and I'll share it so people can see it. So they basically said they've got one bottle. They haven't started selling it yet. And I mean, dude, you can kind of see like they've got pictures. They're talking about on their site about how, the whole process and everything else. So we'll see.
The science behind it. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like a recipe for disaster. I'll just say that right now. Kind of much like what just happened in another state where this guy dressed up like Spider-Man and decided that he wants to flash a woman at the stop.
Dude, how did I miss this shit?
This was actually right down the road from me. Some guy dressed up in a Spider-Man outfit.
He was on that atomic vodka, baby.
Yeah. He's going around showing the spider peener to everybody.
Lord.
Did
And
you ever see his face?
Yeah, basically there was
Did you ever see
one.
the guy's face, Jay?
No. Like he's dressed up as Spider-Man, so it doesn't show his face.
Well, how did you keep your face hidden the whole time?
I mean, to be honest, I thought it was Russ the Muss, but
Shout out to Russ.
Russ would do it too.
Yeah, I can see him doing that.
Hey, put it on YouTube too.
Oh my God!
I can see him doing. Watch, you're going to see the next rant with him dressed as Spider-Man or something, and some lady next to him screaming.
No, what's gonna happen is he's gonna be talking about Transformers, and we're gonna see the mask in the back seat. He's gonna be going in up the car. I'm like, wait, what's that back there, Russ?
No, what I want to know, Jay, what I want to know is how did you have time to run over a Red Hulk and show your dick to everybody in the same week?
I mean, I'm talented like that, yo.
Oh man, we've solved the crime. Look at that. We pulled the mask off, and it was Jason Lowry the whole time.
Yo, real quick, shout out to whoever made that meme for us with it said this describes your podcast, and it's the three idiots that run behind the Jeep Compass, and then they say 4x4 in the back, and they write equals 16.
That was Crystal. That was
my wife. Yeah.
That was Wolf's wife.
Yo, that was dead
funny.
on balls accurate.
Dude, that looks like something we would do too, wouldn't it?
Shout out to Crystal. That's great.
For those interested to know what that meme looks like, go to the Nerds Have Spoken podcast page, either our podcast page or the actual group page. And if you're part of it, you can see it right in there, man. Crystal is hilarious. I see why Eric married her. She is fun.
Yeah, man.
Good job, her. Good job. Good job. Yeah, man. That was dope. And man, so we can't talk about superheroes without talking super villains, man. So with this Corona thing going around, man, one of the things that I noticed I was looking on Facebook.
My favorite.
Dude, I was cracking up all week, like watching this guy's video.
So let me explain. So Trix is a comedian, man. Mm-hmm. Hilarious guy, right? Yeah. So he found pictures of this lady with a bucket over her head.
I gotta move my mic. I'm sorry.
Looking like Mr. Freeze, bro.
Yeah, he's like, what are you looking like a DC villain for? Or like talking about like she's all like got it all like was it condensation on the inside from breathing and everything?
Oh my God. Yep. Lowry, can we play this video?
This can't be real.
No, real quick, for our visual listeners. This woman it looks like she's on a city bus. All right. She got a jacket on and she's got a rectangular
plastic
clear piece of Tupperware over her head with handles.
Bro.
It's fucking great.
And then she's got like a scarf wrapped around tied around her neck. Like it's funny as hell.
Yeah, you gotta seal away all the germs.
And then
Bruh.
in the picture of
hilarious.
Trix just staring at it, just shaking the head. You know what I mean?
So yeah, dude, if we can play this video, we've got to let the listeners hear this. This is hilarious.
I could try to play it, but I don't know how YouTube is going to react to it. But I can go ahead and play it. Screw it.
We can always post it on the Facebook group.
Okay, people,
Yeah, it'll be
look,
posted
I get it.
today,
We are
man.
all
It's
terrified
playing
of this
right now with audio.
coronavirus,
You
right?
might not
Everybody
hear
has
it.
the right to protect themselves,
I
but
can't hear the
nobody
audio.
should be leaving the
Yeah,
house
yeah, let's
looking
just-
like Mr. Freeze.
I'll post it
All
later.
right. We'll just post it later.
It's worth the watch, guys. It really is.
Dude, I was dying, man.
Oh,
He's
that's
one of
so
my
good.
favorite up and coming comedians. The dude is hilarious.
Mhm.
He's from Africa somewhere. I don't know
Yeah.
if it's Nigeria, but he's been in the States forever. And he can turn that accent on and off like
when
crazy.
he does that accent, dude, and he just acts
Oh my
stupid. Oh my
God.
god, it's funny.
So funny, dude. So funny, man.
Yeah, I wonder if I could zoom in and see if you can kind of see this picture of this lady. See if it'll do it. Look at her.
Oh yeah, that's the money shot right there.
Yeah, look
It
at
must
her.
it must be so great to just walk around and not give a shit.
Dude, I thought she was standing in line at a Walmart, but now I zoom in, she's on like a subway. Or
Subway,
something.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a bus. Isn't that that's a subway? I thought it was
Yeah.
a bus.
Subway,
Bro,
it's something. I don't know, but still.
Let me tell you
Yeah, it's a bus.
how
It's definitely a bus.
concerned she was of making sure nothing gets under this thing. So she took and put her coat on, then put the hoodie on over the bucket, bro. So like
Yeah,
she's
I
filling
see it,
that
I
thing
see it,
off.
yeah.
But she wasn't concerned about it covering her hands, though. But you know,
Oh,
whatever.
she don't care, man. She ain't about to touch her face with that bucket on.
I don't know. She ain't touching nothing with that button.
She'll just disinfect it with the atomic vodka. It'll be fine.
Yeah, she'll be all right.
Just pour it all over.
Dude, she does look like Mr. Freeze, though, with that thing on. Wow.
Bro,
She
I
does.
was dying, man. That thing had me. I was at work when I first seen it. I couldn't work for the next 15 minutes. Like I had to stop.
Who was it? Was it you that posted it in the chat? Like I could not stop laughing. I watched it like, over and over.
That thing was
Jesus.
hilarious, man.
I mean, I understand the severity of the situation, but geez, this is wow.
Yeah, that's taking it to the extreme. Like, so my daughter has a weakened immune system, so we're very precautious about that stuff here. We don't want it to come here because we don't really know what that'll mean for her. It could be life threatening, but
Makes
this
sense.
might be
here.
a
Yeah. Well,
absolutely.
they just
Same thing
had
with-
that
with
press
men.
conference I told you guys about this morning where they had they just announced all those people and they're just within not even 10 minutes of my house, two people, like at least two people they said have it.
Wow.
And so like the doctors already told me with stuff going on with me, they told me to kind of stay away from large crowds and stuff right now as it is. So
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And for the listeners, Jay, where are you from, so we can get an idea
all
what
right.
area?
So basically I live in Northern Virginia, about 35 minutes south of DC, basically 95 south. And there's a couple people that showed up. I think they said possible case of Manassas, which is about 15 minutes from me. Fort Belvoir. You know, you guys, I work government jobs and stuff like that. So like I'm always going on miscellaneous places and you know, so it's crazy about, especially like there's one right down the street is Fairfax City, which was another one. That's 10 minutes from here. Bethany and her family pay for Bethany plays for the City of Fairfax Band Association. She goes there every Wednesday, for band practice and stuff. So it's hitting kind of close to home a little bit. So it is getting a little concerning, but you know, we're just being cautious. They did a press conference this morning, kind of talking about everybody and stuff like that and what they plan on doing. So everybody be safe out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wash
Wear
your
your bucket.
hands.
Wear your buckets.
Don't touch your face. Keep your hands off your
And
face.
please wear a bucket, not a trash bag, because I saw a guy wear a trash bag on his head the other day.
Oh my God.
Like, look, I'm not kidding. Some guy was wearing a trash bag, and I looked at him, and I was like, he had that thing tied around his head, and he had this big thing just like flapping around in the wind. I was
Listen,
like,
don't say nothing to that guy. All right, that's just God weeding out the stupid ones.
yeah.
Oh man.
Oxygen thieves, man.
So
Oh
Out here
my
stealing
God.
oxygen.
oh
I
man.
can't breathe because of you.
Dude, I wanted to walk up and just poke the bag or something like that, but you know.
Dude,
No, you don't mess with guys like that. No.
Yeah, you don't know what's under the bed.
You don't. You really don't.
No.
Don't take any chances out here.
So what's going on this week in sports? What's going on
Man,
with that?
real quick, actually, there is a game right now going on in the NBA that is pretty darn close. The Lakers are up on the Clippers. Oh, and there it is. They won. Let's go.
Uh-oh.
The Lakers won?
The
Get outta here.
Lakers
Who saw that
won. Listen.
They pulled it off. 112,
Yeah,
103.
dude, look at that. 112 to 103.
And they were down most of the game, man. So it looks like the third quarter was probably the turnaround for them. What does it say? 36 points there. They outscored them 36 to 28.
Yep, in the third quarter.
So that was it.
What are they, 49-13?
Yep, and the Clippers are the second best seed in the West. So that's number one, number two.
They're 43 and 20.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was
that's dope. What's even crazier is that the Lakers had not won a game against them all year.
Yeah.
So that was a good test for them. If they see that they can win here, if they can take the next one, because it's only a 4-game series for the season. This playoff, if these two teams meet in the Western Conference playoffs, it's gonna be nuts.
Oh, it's gonna be nasty, dude.
I don't think it's gonna be as nuts as everybody thinks, man. If you're telling me that the Los Angeles Lakers lost to the Clippers twice and they lost 13 times, that means that they beat everybody else in the league every time other than 11 times. I think it's a pretty safe bet to put your money on LeBron this year. What do you think?
Well, I'm always throwing my money behind LA Bron, man. So
not last year, I hope.
That's a given. Well, yeah, that was a different story. But if he's in the playoff, if that dude makes the playoffs, my money's on that guy to at least go to the finals and make some noise.
Yeah,
has to be. Man.
I agree with Eric B. My money is going on LeBron all the way, just off the simple fact, and I hate to say it, the loss of Kobe Bryant. That's his boy. That's his motivation. He's gonna push and dunk on every single person that he can when he can. And he's just going to dominate, and it's going to be all in the love of Kobe. So I definitely will put my money on LeBron.
I hope it doesn't. And it has nothing to do with Kobe. All right. And this is nothing. This is not a dig at you, Ian. This is not a dig at anybody.
Yeah.
I hope it doesn't, because the real story that everybody's going to forget about when these Lakers are in the finals and probably win is Anthony Davis. And he deserves more of the credit than any of those people, because he is the one who turned that team around. LeBron couldn't do it by himself. Kobe couldn't do it by himself. The coaches couldn't do it by himself. It took Anthony Davis to come over there and make it right. And he needs as much credit as anybody else. And I hope they recognize that.
Can I ask you a question, Mike?
Yes, sir.
Not to put you on the spot, but did you watch the Lakers this year?
What's that?
Have you watched many of the Lakers games this year while you were at work?
Nope. Okay. Don't have to.
This is why I'm gonna disagree with you, because every time LeBron was out, Anthony Davis did nothing. Anthony Davis is only as good as he is now because he has the tutelage and LeBron making sure he gets that rock.
I agree.
So without LeBron, Anthony Davis doesn't make this team any different. He just comes over and switches over and still does what he normally does. LeBron has made him better and has made the Lakers better this year. And when they added extra pieces and got rid of a couple of the young guys, which I personally didn't want them to get rid of Brandon Ingram. I thought that he would be a great player for them and maybe ship Kyle Kuzma. But they kept Kuzma. Kuzma hasn't really done much this year. LeBron being in that lineup has helped that team grow exponentially. And with the vets that they've gotten over there, this is going to be a team effort, and this is going to be a team accolade. Anthony Davis, to me, wasn't the biggest difference maker. LeBron's mentality of tuteling, his tutelage with this roster has been the biggest difference maker. Now, you still need the guys to go out there and play. So Anthony Davis bringing 26 points, almost 9 rebounds a game this year, 2.5 blocks. That's still big numbers, but that's what he does.
Right, that's what he does. But I'm going to come back at you now, and I'm going to say this. LeBron was on this team last year. He had up-and-coming stars. He had a number 1 draft pick on his team. If I'm giving right information, wasn't Ball a number 1 draft pick on LA?
Yeah, but he ain't nobody.
Hold on, though. You're going to tell me that LeBron wasn't tutoring these guys, taking them under their wings, trying to give them everything he could?
No, LeBron
I don't
wanted
believe
them
what
gone.
the media said about that. I believe that he is who he is, regardless of how the media paints him at any given time. I don't think that he was any different to those players than he was to, say, J.R. Smith in Cleveland, or any of the other, amazing athletes that he's been with. What I'm saying is he had a lineup. He had a number one pick. He had those players on the team last year. All right.
And he had
they didn't do nothing.
He had the same young team that Kobe had, and they couldn't win a game. That's what
I'm saying. You bring Anthony Davis into the fold.
But it wasn't just AD.
That's what I'm
saying. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't just AD. They brought over A.V. Bradley. They got Markieff Morris now. They also have what's the dude's name? God dog it. They brought over some pieces that help fill out that roster because Anthony Davis and LeBron wasn't going to do it by themselves against the West because the West is too stacked. If this was the East, by all means, he got Anthony Davis. They don't need nobody else.
Right, but without Anthony Davis, they're a 50-50 team, no? Are they a 500 team? I'd say they're about a 500 team without that.
No, piece. I think they would be above 500 because they still got big men like JaVale McGee. And
either way, they're not. Either way, we're not talking. We're talking a 6 seed or less without.
No, they still top 5. I would disagree with you. I think they would still be top 5. They just wouldn't be number 1 seed.
I might give you number 5, but we'd have to fight about it. But I might give you number 5, but I'm not going to go any higher.
He's like, I'll take your kneecaps out with Legos.
Nah, man, you put the Legos on the floor, you take their shoes and their socks.
That's some dangerous work right there.
Dang, Mike, you eat.
Good talk, Eric. I like it.
No doubt, man. No doubt.
Yeah.
So shout out to the Lakers, man. They did their thing over in the East. Over in the West, still to hold on to that number 1 spot, showing everybody that the Lakers are not going to sit down to the Clippers in LA. This is the battle for LA at this point. And I think also those guys on the Clippers are motivated because of Kobe's death as well, to piggyback of what you were saying, Will. Those guys grew up watching Kobe firsthand in that California area, man. Being that I'm talking about Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, for those who don't know. That was their idol, and they got something that they want to prove too. Even though he means more to the Lakers organization, let's be clear. Kobe means more to the Lakers organization. So I see your fire with that. I think LeBron is putting his team on his back. He's getting the best out of AD. He's going to get the best out of the role players. And watch out, we in for good playoffs.
Yeah. Either way, it's going to be interesting this year. So.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
And they just clinched too, by the way.
Yes, they did.
They won Friday night over Milwaukee, and they clinched the playoff spot, and they haven't had a playoff berth in like 3 years. So they clinched the playoffs for the first time in a while, and man, this is shaping up to be a good season. It's going to be a good run for them.
Nice. So has anybody heard any really good music at all this week?
Yeah, man. There's a lot of good stuff that came out in the past couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Not even just this past week. A lot of good stuff has dropped. Like Royce dropped, I want to say week before last. And that's a good album. That's a good album,
man.
Royce dropped the Allegory. He got a lot of features on it. It's pretty feature heavy, but he still shows that the true hip hop still reigns supreme, at least in my book. When it comes down to production and lyrics melding together, man, he got some really good stuff out there.
Yeah, Royce has definitely been one of my favorite rappers, man. I mean, sorry to cut you off, Mike.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, Royce has just been great, man. I mean, his last album before that was a book of
the Book of Ryan.
Eric B. What was the name of it again? Book of Ryan.
The Book of Ryan.
That album was pretty solid to me. I just listened to his latest album too, and I only got the chance to listen to it once. I like to listen to an album at least twice before I give my, how I feel about it.
Yeah.
So I listened to it a second time, but I didn't really get to go through everything again the second time. So I don't want to give, exactly what I feel. But I will say this: Royce is definitely an underrated rapper. He's from Detroit, I believe.
That's right.
Most of you might know him. Yeah, I know he's your homeboy. I know. Most people know him because of Eminem. Eminem, came out. He's a Detroit rapper as well, and he definitely collaborated with him on a lot of things. I think at some point they had some beef and they kind of stepped away from each other, but then they came back together, resurrected, and is making good music again. But I think Royce is great. He's definitely in my top. I want to say top 6, 7 rappers.
Ooh, he high on your list. I like it.
Listen, bro. Like I really am feeling him. I like his flow. I like the way he raps. I like the music that he comes out with. I like his collaborations. He's doing great music to me, man. And like I said, he's underrated. And I think a lot more people need to really jump on that Royce 5'9" train and see what he's got out there.
Yeah, man.
It's pretty good.
Take that ride through the D with Royce. Take that ride through the D.
I don't take any D. Just want to let you know.
I didn't say ride the D. I didn't say ride the D. I said take a ride through the D.
You notice,
right,
Meatenstein just left.
Heard.
Meatenstein just left when you said take the D. But
I don't want no more meat problems. No more meat problems.
No problems.
No problems.
But this week, what else was it for me on my end? Like I heard, was it Ozzy Osborne just came out with a new album? Some of you guys probably haven't listened to it. I'm actually surprised he still came out with an album with everything he's got going on.
Dude, so here's my question with Ozzy. And by the way, to piggyback on for that Ordinary Man album wasn't a bad album at all. Especially, I like the collaboration that he did with Post Malone and Travis Scott. That's a banger. My only issue with Ozzy is how do you sound so clear on your records, but when you talk, you sound like
right? You sound like he's drunk all the time or something.
Oh my God, dude.
I'm gonna reference you to a piece of historical information that was aired on Comedy Central in the late '90s, early 2000s. And it's drugs are bad and high. Right? You shouldn't do drugs because they're bad.
Yeah.
Drugs are bad,
dude. But
Mr. Mackey had it right 100%.
Yeah, he did.
When you're not getting fucked up enough that you got to go do a line of ants, you might need to talk to someone.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, he did some crazy shit.
Yeah.
When you biting the heads off of little animals, and that little animal is a
remember that bat? Yeah, it was a bat.
Remember the bat? Yeah, that was crazy.
I'll say this though, Ozzy ain't get coronavirus from no bat.
Nope.
Nah.
That
dude is the coronavirus.
He's honestly, he's probably going to outlive all of us. You know what I mean?
Probably. He's the carrier that's going to survive.
We need his DNA. We need the antibodies.
Yeah, no doubt. Let's see what else. Like something else.
Morbius. We'll call him Morbius from now on.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I can see him doing that.
Be the Morbius in the new movie.
Maybe he started it all. But yeah, like another one that I listened to. Which was you guys remember Ice-T?
Yeah, of course. Come on,
yeah, dude.
I like mine with lemon.
Yep, I bet. So him. I mean, he's been with Body Count for years. I mean, it's basically his rock group, and they just dropped a single this week too. What was it? Bum Rush or whatever. It wasn't bad. I've always liked their music. So
last time I seen him perform on stage, sorry to cut you off, was the first time I'd ever seen Coco come out topless. That's the last time I seen him with Body Count.
What?
Was it down to her knees or were they up and perky?
Dude, so he had already had to work or whatever, but like on stage, like he literally was like, he was motioning like he was having sex with her, dude, and she was acting like she was giving him a facial. So it was crazy, dude. I'm like, yo, like this dude wild. This dude is.
She was giving him a facial.
Well, she was giving him.
Yeah. I know what you meant. What's up, New York Mike?
For us ignorant people out there, who's Coco?
That's his wife.
Okay, because it sounded like a dog's name or something like that. So I was a little nervous.
Okay.
Damn. Coco's cute though, man. Like Coco's cute. She's not a bad looking lady. And even after she had a kid, like she got that snapback. It wasn't from surgery either. Mm-hmm. She did her. She works hard. She works hard on her or keeping her body intact. So, and she's smart as ever too. A lot of people give her flat for just being like a dumb bimbo, but she is very intelligent and she has helped their businesses grow tremendously. So anyway, my bad, Lowry.
No, you're good. You're good. Like just like what you were saying, like they've done a lot with each other over the years. So did you guys hear that Jadakiss album at all? That was pretty good.
Oh, that new Kiss?
That thing was I was actually surprised about that. When I told you about that the other day, I was like, It's a hidden gem, dude. It's pretty good.
Oh,
anybody else listen to it?
I didn't get a chance to listen to the whole thing, man. I have like I said, I had a pretty busy week, but I did have a chance to sample a few tracks, and it has, from what I've heard, it's been pretty good.
Bro,
I only heard like 3 or 4 tracks. So I'm like,
it's titled Ignatius. After I think one of his fallen comrades, basically one of the guys he worked with, passed away. He was one of the co-owners of their record label, and this album, you can tell he has not missed a beat.
Yeah.
That dude, Kiss, is still one of the top 5 that are alive.
Yeah.
Period. That boy has beats.
Yes, sir.
Man. And he had an album like that too, called Top 5 That Are Alive. But this is his first solo release in 5 years. He dropped Freddie versus Jason with Fabulous.
With Fabulous.
Yep.
Yeah. So, that one was okay for me. Yeah, it was okay for me. It was good. It was okay. But I liked the album before that one too, that Jada drop. I don't remember the title of it right now.
Top 5? Or The Last Kiss?
The Last Kiss. Yeah, that one before that. That one was pretty dope too. But he's also been in my top 6, 7 rappers. So I mean, I love Jadakiss, man. And the Locks have been great. The Locks have put out great music in the past. So he's been doing this thing, man.
Together, man, and they do that like back and forth rap style, man. Pretty dope.
So for all of our listeners out there who are watching, just if you don't know who Coco looks like with iced tea, just to kind of tuck back on that. Thanks to New York Mike, we got a picture over here.
Well, actually, it was thanks to Wolf. He put it up there.
Was it Wolf? Okay, my bad, Wolf.
Yeah, he sent it to me, though, and now I question. Now, somebody said something about she keeps everything in shape and she does a good job. I'm looking at this body, and I'm thinking this can't be natural. There's no fucking
bro. So the only thing, I'll tell you, and she admits it. She admits it. The only thing that's not natural is her chest. The girl works out religiously. And she even came out with a workout tape on how to get a butt for women. So like,
I mean, more power to her. But like, I'm looking at her, and you know what I'm reminded of? You guys remember Living Color?
Oh yeah.
Remember the ballpark implants that pump up when you cook them? Like that's what that looks like to me, man.
Wait.
Wow, I don't remember that one.
I don't remember that one either. I was like, wait a minute, what episode was that?
No, look that shit up, man.
Hold on.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to Google that one, bro.
I'm on YouTube right now. Hang on.
All right, hey, give me a picture of that.
Oh, you went way back. I forgot about
that. Man, so the ballpark. Do you know how old that is?
That was the funniest skits.
I don't even remember that.
Dude, I remember.
So you remember
that show was awesome.
I found it.
You got a picture in the chat?
All right, so that
I'll share the video to the group. Hang on.
Oh my god.
Give me a minute.
Yo, that's great. I don't even remember that.
No, it's money. I'm telling you, it's money.
Yeah.
He's spot
on.
Oh, wow.
He's spot on. I give him that one.
Oh yeah.
Good stuff, man. Yeah, so I was digging that Jada album. I really appreciate that that piece of music this week, because I mean it's been a music heavy week period. So you got Janae.
Yeah, it has. Yeah. Right.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Album, by far one of her best pieces of work. It's called, I forget how you pronounce it, Chilambo or something like that, but she did a pretty good job. Chilambo, that's what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she did a pretty good job on that album. I dug it. Did you listen to the whole thing yet, Wells?
Yeah, I did, man. It's very methodic, yo. I mean,
is it?
I want to say, if anyone has like any like anxiety issues or anything like that, like I do, I have a lot of anxiety. So this is definitely a real laid back album. You can just kind of just let rock out, just put it on, let it play in the background.
Okay.
It relaxes you, man. It's a really good album.
You have to check it out.
Yeah, definitely. Suze obviously has some meaning to some of the songs. So you listen to the words, you can kind of see what mood he's in, and but it's laid back. I love it. It's definitely something you can definitely put on, just let rock out.
Yeah, totally agree, man. It was pretty cool, man. She's a good artist, man. She's done a lot of features over the years where you can appreciate her voice just for what it is. But until you listen to her album, I'll speak for me. Until I listened to her albums, I didn't have as much of an appreciation for her as I did once I started listening to her own music. Like, the girl is talented.
Mm-hmm. She is very talented. I'll agree with you on that. Absolutely.
And then she got a song on her album with her that is a banger.
Her? Yo, that joint was fire, bro. Like, to me, I heard that. I was like, I'll put that on repeat for a little while. I was like, man. Yo, this is a good song. And her is great. She's talented too, man. Yeah, those of you that haven't heard her album yet, haven't heard her album. And I mean the artist named Her. She is talented, man, and she makes really good music, yo. So I definitely would recommend y'all going and check it out.
Yeah,
I think it's self-entitled. Her album was self-entitled. Was it self-entitled?
The first one was. The second one was. I think it was called "I Used to Know Her" or something like that. So that one was pretty good. And then she has a single out with YG that everybody's heard, and now at this point called "Slide." Banger. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that album's gonna look like when she's done put together.
Okay,
it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope, man. And for all of our younger hip hop fans who like that trap music, Lil Baby and G Herbo dropped some music too, man. Recently, the past couple weeks, G Herbo dropped PTSD, and then Lil Baby dropped My Turn. Now, Baby has a couple of tracks that I like. I'm not too heavy into some of his music, but yeah, man, he got some hits though. He got not some hits. I ain't gonna say he got some hits because I don't really think he has any hits yet. But they got some fun music, is what I'll call it.
Who, Lil Baby?
Yeah, Lil Baby.
Yeah, man, he got some hits, bro. I mean, I don't know. I don't listen to him that much, but he has some hits out there, from as far as I know.
And consider it, like, I mean, everybody's definition is subjective, I guess, to it, but. What I consider a hit, man, is something that's gonna have staying power, and I don't think 20 years later I'm gonna be able to listen to that.
I mean, that's true, but I mean, a hit is a hit, man. And what I would say, but by a hit is something that is popping right now that everyone is listening to on the radio, in the clubs, like, and when they're working out, like, that's a song. To me, that's a hit. Like, if it's on the top 10 Billboard charts or whatever, that's a hit, man. I hate to say it, but it is.
Describe classic, not so much hit. So you're right. I'll give you that. I get that.
But everybody has their own definition of what they think of a hit is. So I mean, if that's the definition of a hit, then that's what's up.
Yeah, I get you that. I get you. And speaking of fun music, Justin Timberlake dropped a single for the upcoming Trolls the World Tour movie, which those movies are always fun. Like, I saw the last movie. My girls thoroughly enjoyed it, but that soundtrack to the first one was really good. And now it seems like he's heading up this soundtrack. May even have executive producing credits on it. Don't quote me on that. I don't know, but I know he's on a lot of the music. But he just dropped a song with Caesar called "The Other Side." So, and that's pretty fun diddly. Pretty fun song. The video looks fun. I like that. And Caesar's a good artist too. So we'll see how that is. My daughters dance to the Troll stuff all the time, so I'm sure they're gonna have fun with it.
Yeah, whenever we're in the car, my daughter loves always requests that soundtrack. So she's into it. So.
Man, it's a good soundtrack, right, Wolf?
Yeah, it's, I guess.
Come on. We can see Wolf right now, him and Crystal just going at it in the car, just like dancing to it. Like
that was the song that had to be the soundtrack where he was bumping coming up here with the meat stick.
Was that a night at the Foxberry type of thing?
Night at the Roxbury. Yeah.
Not Roxbury.
We can call it Foxberry. That works too.
Yes.
Foxberry. There you go.
You knew what I meant. You knew what I meant.
Yeah.
I was with you.
Yeah, man. But Timberlake, man, always busy, man. Like, when he comes out, you just start to see him in a whole bunch of stuff. When he drops music, start to see him around. He got a single out with Meek Mill now. It's called "Believe," and that's a pretty cool tune. Pretty inspirational rap tune. I like Meek Mills. He got skills. That last album probably by far was his greatest too. Like, Dream Chasers, the first album was dope. No, it's called Dreams and Nightmares. That was a good album. But this last album, you can just tell, like, he had been waiting to say some stuff for a while. And so I'm looking forward to seeing what this album seems like when it comes out at. But man, it's getting more. I'm sorry, go ahead, Lowry.
No, I was going to say, what did you guys see that video about, the article about Star Wars about Ray's?
Yes, I did.
Oh my God, dude. So basically what it was is we saw Screen Rant and some of the other articles where they talk about it was confirmed that Ray's father is a failed Palpatine clone. That just sounds like some West Virginia, like, I don't know, dude. It's a little weird. Like, what did you guys think about that?
I think they should have left.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Wolf. No. Go ahead, Wolf.
I don't think they needed to do that at all. Like, I can believe maybe he had a family in it before he went all evil and shit, but clones, they didn't have to do that. I think they made a bad situation worse.
Dude, it's like her going around saying, "Daddy, you're my favorite grandfather." Like, dude, it's weird. Like, dude, it's just like, why did you even think about that? It's just taking a little bit too far. It's like, just leave it alone.
The way I understand it is like, so he's been cloning things for a while because Snoke is, it seems like a laboratory test tube baby of his too.
Yeah, they were.
Well, it goes a lot further back than that.
Yeah. That's the rumor, right?
Like, he's responsible for the clone army.
Yeah, 100%. So, and it was also rumored that Anakin is a clone of his, right? Like created from some other stuff. So I guess for me, man, I'm just, if you're gonna put this out here now that the movie's over with, what the heck for? Like, what's the point? What's the purpose?
Just to keep the Star Wars buzz going, what it seems to me, just to get people talking.
I don't know, man.
It's a waste of time. It's a waste of effort. It actually seems like you're trying to play damage control because you are already messed up with the last movie dealing with Palatine, and now she's his granddaughter and this, that, and the other, and you heard people barking about it. That's my opinion on it. It seems like a colossal waste of time to be putting any type of story together for that when you can be focusing on the next stuff. Leave us alone. It's already over with. It's over and done with. What's the point?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
so what do you got to say about that, New York Mike?
About Star Wars?
I mean, I agree that this is stupid and this shouldn't have happened. And maybe I'm in the minority when I say I was fine with the whole granddaughter, grandfather storyline in 9. I was fine with that. I liked it. It made me want a Sidious movie.
All right, we got distracted by.
We got distracted. Wolf was just randomly waving. We were waving back.
Oh, I'm sorry. My wife came home. I was just waving.
Hi, Crystal.
No, Crystal. I say thanks for the meme.
Yeah,
I'll tell her that.
Yo,
Mike,
Yeah,
like that storyline, it made me want a Sidious movie. I want to know where Sidious came from. I want to know where oh Christ, what was his name?
Raven.
Not Plagueis.
Dooku?
Darth Plagueis the Wise, right? Yeah, I want to know about Plagueis. I want to know about all this stuff. I want to know where they came from. I want to know about the lineage. I'm that guy. But now you're telling me that it was a clone of a clone, and now she's a clone of a clone of a clone. And
like, it's a little weird.
What does that make her? A clone of a... That's weird.
Your mother's father's daughter's former roommate.
Oh God.
Excellent reference.
Oh my God.
Well done.
No, I'm with you, Mike. At this point, if we know she's his granddaughter, just leave it. Either put it in the movie at that time, or leave it alone. Let us deal with the fact that now she's just his granddaughter. We don't care about the parents because you've already established they were nothing, right?
And we saw them.
We saw
the parents.
So just leave it alone.
Yeah,
just leave it alone.
So what? So now that's a fake memory, or now let's infer this. Let's go deeper because we're Star Wars fans, and that's what we do. We overanalyze.
Go ahead, dude. Right? Get it deep.
The only thing I can think of is if they're saying he's a failed clone, meaning that he couldn't control him. Because if we've already saw him and that's in the canon, then failed would mean he couldn't control him. He wouldn't do the things that he wanted to do. That's the only thing I can think of.
Let's look at the whole clone situation. We know that the Emperor that was at Exegol was a clone. We know that Snoke was a clone. We also know that they were missing major parts of their anatomy. There was holes in the face. There was fingers missing. There was all kinds of deformities everywhere. The picture or the memory that we saw of her parents getting left on whatever that desert planet was, Jakku, is it Jakku? Jakku. Was those people looked fine. They looked like normal human beings. There was no wrinkled face. There was no cheek missing. So we've seen her parents. We knew that those were her parents. That was part of the story that was given to us in canon in 9. And personally, I've always said that what happens in the movie is canon. What happens in the comics and everything like that is subtext, sub story. But the moviegoer, the Star Wars fan, most of them don't see that shit. So where are we really going with it? Are we just convoluting it even more? Is Disney just digging themselves deeper hole? What are they trying to get out of this?
Do you think they could be tying it into, like, they were talking about for Disney Plus, they were talking about doing some Star Wars shows? Like, maybe they're trying to tie some weird stuff into it?
But why fuck up the canon that you already established, though?
Agreed,
why not build on it?
Yeah, I don't.
Like, there's so many different
sense.
ways you can go.
I don't know.
Sorry, I get ranty. I'm sorry.
No, it's all
I
good.
get passionate about
That's
this.
what we're here
You
for.
are about this. I'm just as amped as you are about this because it doesn't make sense. It's
doesn't.
a colossal waste
Your
of
journey
time.
starts here.
Leave
It's
it
not just
alone
any
and move
place.
forward.
It's
You've
your place.
already dealt with this. We don't need to keep going backwards. We've already had 9 movies of this. Leave it as is. You didn't decide that you wanted to, it's not like it was a director's cut that's coming out and you're about to give us this tip piece of information and that. Just leave it alone.
Yeah.
It's nothing you need to do with it.
Absolutely.
It's over.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And not for nothing going, maybe we're beating the dead horse here. Everybody, I don't know how everybody felt about 8, but I can tell you right now, I thought 8 was the worst fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. It destroyed a lot of the canon for me personally. And guess what? I got over it. I dealt with it. And I waited for the next one to come out. If we're doing damage control right now because you don't like how the story ended, well then, you know what? Fuck you. This is the story. Deal with it. Consume it. And then if you don't like it, well then don't watch it again and then watch the next thing. Maybe the next thing is for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
They're not going to make things for everybody to like, especially since you can tell their Star Wars fans needed to be pleased, so they were trying to please them. And then you had the new fans that was like, oh, I'm just coming into this, and they were trying to grasp that next generation. So I think all in all, they did the best that they could with what they were trying to do in that aspect with those two thought processes. Leave it alone now at this point.
Yeah, I think they took it too far with that.
Yeah. They did.
It's a bit much, a lot much. It was a lot much.
Sorry, I get passionate. I apologize. I'll try to tone it down next time for you.
We want to hear.
Okay. But sticking in the movie realm, man, a lot of people were hyped up to see that new Batmobile this week.
Oh yeah, dude.
I know exactly. I'm with you, Mike. I just figured.
Where did you see these people? Were they in?
There was definitely hype, whether it was good or bad.
Let's go around real quick. Let's do that. Let's start with Mr. Beef Wellington himself. What did you think about that new Batman, Ian?
The new Batmobile, I think. Well, at first, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like to take things. The first time I see him, I like to kind of like ponder on it and just wonder and just kind of like see exactly how I really feel about it.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't like to make a first, I don't like to release my first opinion on something. But I honestly am not sure what to think about it still, man. It's definitely different. It's definitely something that we aren't used to. The car looks dope. The car does look dope. Yeah, I don't think anybody can really front from that. The car looks dope, but it's not what we are expecting as the Batman's main transportation. You know what I mean? But I do feel like the car is sick. It looks like a muscle car. I do like the way it looks, but I'm just not sure what to take from it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna like it yet. I think we still have more to see. And we don't know where this Batman is going. We don't know exactly like where this Batman is placed, and all the other Batmans that we've known and come to. All the other Batmans that we see, we're used to all these funky mobiles and all the gadgets and stuff on it. So I'm not really sure what to take from this yet. I don't know what my opinion is on it yet, 100%. But as far as it being something new and something that we're not used to, I like, because a lot of people don't like change. I think that's a lot of what people don't like about it right now. They don't like change. They don't like to see something different coming out at us right now. So I don't like change myself, but from what I've been seeing, it looks like it's going to be interesting, and it's definitely going to be different from anything we've seen.
Well, here we go. I pulled up the pictures so we can sit and talk about it, so people can see what we're talking about. Here's a photo from the front side. You can kind of see. I don't know. What do you guys think that looks like?
Looks like a Cuda had a love child with a Mustang and they were drunk.
Drunk love.
That could be good or bad.
That's spot on, Mike. I see you. Wolfenstein, what you think, man?
I don't hate it. I got to be honest. I don't hate it. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. This movie is what, year 2 of Batman?
Supposedly that's what they were saying.
It's the year 2. Okay.
Oh, so wait, do we have a time period that this is based in?
Yeah, it was
So give me a year. Translate that into a year for me from a non-savvy.
I don't think they even said a year.
They didn't give a specific year. I'm just saying this is like his second year as Batman.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I think I saw rumors on that too. That I heard that too.
I can see it being like early in his career as Batman, like maybe this is like his first attempt at a car, and like, as years progress, he can get to something more like we saw in the trilogy. But I don't hate it. It kind of makes sense when you think of it that way, for me at least.
Mm-hmm. Lowry, what you got?
I don't know, man. I mean, I kind of with Wolf on this one. Like, I don't know. For some reason, to me, like the whole bat suit and the car, like I'm thinking it's stage 1. Like they did definitely confirm saying it's going to be early in his career. Matt Reeves did say that from a bunch of different articles and stuff. But I mean, this is up on his Twitter page. He showed these pictures. I mean, he's definitely going a different route than what other people have before. So I mean, let's see here. Let me go back. Let me go to another picture here so you can kind of see from the back end.
You zoom in on that?
Yeah, hang on 1 second here. You see that little
Lowry's all about the back end.
Look at that fat ass. But anyway, but yeah, so I mean, I don't know. It's kind of interesting. I mean, to me, it looks like they ended up building something off of a late 60s, early 70s, whatever creation they came up with. But dude, I was laughing. We were all talking about. Remember when we first posted pictures in here? We were like, did they turn an alternator backwards and just like plug shit randomly into it? Like it looks weird, like in the back where the motor is.
Yeah, I'd like to know what that is.
If you know what you're looking at, I mean, the way that they glued that shit on, it looks stupid. It just looks absolutely horrible.
I got another picture here. It's actually a better view.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Yeah. See on the right hand side there, just above that intercooler pipe that's there for no reason, is that's the back of that's an alternator that's flipped.
That's an alternator, yeah.
It's supposed to look like a cam angle sensor or something, and then you throw. I mean, those look like that's a V10, whatever it is. There's 5 coils on each head, so it looks like they took apart like a Magnum or something like that, or a Cummins something, and put it together into whatever the hell.
If I could zoom in a little, I mean, it's kind of hard to see. If I zoom in too much, it gets pixelated. But
I mean, my biggest problem with this is you got Bruce Wayne, right? Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, like when Lowry was saying, like it looks like this is based off of something, right? That 89 Batmobile, just so you guys know, that was based off of, I believe, a 56 Oldsmobile frame, and then they built that 89 Batmobile onto that frame.
I didn't know that.
If you're a millionaire with arguably unlimited resources,
come on now,
and I'm going to build something, I ain't going to start with something from the 60s. I'm going to build something build a current platform, at least something that's realistic. Maybe I'm getting a little too technical here, and maybe I'm just bitching and moaning, which is probably what I'm doing. But I don't buy it. And in a word, I don't buy it. That's just it.
Maybe they were going for because Matt Reeves said he wanted to do something a little bit more vintage, but he looked like he's trying to do vintage and modern together. It's weird. I mean, I don't mind it as much personally. I'm fine with it either way. I could go either way, to be honest. I really don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, the curves, I mean, it's kind of interesting looking. If you didn't tell me this is a Batmobile, I would think it was something else. Like it looks like something from like Mad Max to me. You know what I mean?
Well, that's just
you get the roll cage and everything else.
What does that say Batman? Does anything about that car say Batman to you?
Exactly. That's my point.
I mean, besides the curved rear end pointing, that's about it to me.
It doesn't look like a Batmobile.
Like me, why would you have the whole rear motor cage like exposed like that? I mean, if this is supposed to be a turbine right here in the back, like why have that whole motor in the back? Like anybody can get access to it.
I agree. It's kind of silly.
Yeah, but if this is in like the early stages, like you said, of Batman, like in his early stages, was starting off building like these type of vehicles. No,
I mean, dude, look,
that's how I think.
He didn't start off with the Tumbler. Like the Tumbler wasn't his first car.
He didn't build the Tumbler. The Tumbler was developed by Wayne Tech, and he painted it black.
That's true. That's true. But I'm just saying, like, that wasn't like the first car that he started off with, right? He had to start off with something that was more simpler, right?
Well, it depends on the fiction that you use. I mean, if you look at the animated series, he was driving around in that jalopy, and then he found those two, the father and his daughter mechanic, and they designed it.
Right.
You know, I'm pretty sure that in the '89 fiction, that was something that him and Alfred seemed to have built themselves based on the second one when they were working on it. I guess it depends on what iteration of Batman you're looking at.
But here's my point, and this is where I agree with New York Mike. The guy's a billionaire. He's also one of the most intelligent minds on the planet. He can come up with something better than this. Unlimited resources that he has, seamlessly unlimited resources, and the brain that's on his shoulders. We get Mad Max's vehicle. I call BS.
Yeah,
and that's where I have an issue with.
My thing. Go ahead.
Back, even if you go back to where I think Darius posted it on his Instagram page.
Yeah.
So the cover of a Lamborghini. A Lamborghini is not a muscle car. Let's be honest. Anybody who's a car person can tell the difference between a supercar, sports car, and a freaking muscle car. And we all know they handle different, they perform different.
Oh, yeah.
A Lamborghini is not a 69 Cuda, it's not a Chevy Nova, it's not.
Nope.
And if that's what he had on the cover, then keep with the same energy. Give us what we usually have. And I'm not saying that it has to have the gadgets and stuff in it, but at least give us something better than this.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
And to build on your point, you could take a Lamborghini Gallardo, a Murcielago, whatever, any Lamborghini from the last 15 years, paint it black and put a yellow bat symbol on the side, and it looks more like a Lamborghini, more like a Batmobile than this thing does.
Exactly my point.
What I would say on that, just to rebuttal against y'all, is all right. I hear what y'all saying, but Batman was also very smart, right? And I feel like in this movie, if he would have built a car like this, like say he took his smarts and did take his money and build something crazy, everything would have been traceable back to him because he didn't want anyone knowing that he was Bruce Wayne, right? So why would he use his money to build something spectacular that only he could possibly afford or build? That would also trace back to him, Bruce Wayne.
He's not the only billionaire.
But he's also a vigilante. I know, but he's also a vigilante. He's not a superhero. I mean, he was a superhero, but he's also a vigilante, right? So this vehicle fits in to me as something a vigilante would drive. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
Like, I don't think like this would technically come back to a multi-billionaire. I don't
so
feel
you're
like this
saying he's
vehicle
using
would
it as
trace back
a
to him.
smoke screen, basically, like as a smoke screen.
Yeah.
No, it's only one guy running around the city with
I mean, like, take for instance, what if this is him?
Bruce Wayne would be caught dead driving around in that, correct?
And his day job.
Driving around in that. I know. I get it. It's nighttime, it's day against light. I get that. But I mean, nobody can trace this back to him
at night with a bat symbol on his car either. So
that's true. That's true. Can't fight you on that.
Nobody can either, man.
That's true.
Oh man, I'm sorry, Lowry. You were trying to say something.
No, what if they're kind of changing the storyline up just slightly, where this is like, remember how like in the other movies where he came back and he was away from Alfred, like stuff like that. You know what I mean? What if this is the point he came back before all that, and he's not allowing people to know who he is yet and everything?
That's fine. I don't mind that at all. I think that actually adds intrigue to the story.
Yeah,
but don't mess with my car, man. Come on now. Don't mess with my car.
And it's
not even don't mess with my car. Don't mess with something that's not like, it's just not believable to me. It's just not. It just doesn't make sense.
Like take instance for me, like if one of you guys turn around and something crazy happened, you had that story. I can see one of us building something like that, not having all that money, but like I can see
but we don't have 80 years of fiction to support that though. You get what I'm saying? Like however long Batman's been around, this has never been the case. Never. And I don't care what anybody says. If you can pull it up, I'll give you $5. I'll send it to your PayPal. But you're not going to be able to show me this guy having anything other than a supercar, sports car.
Well, even in the comic, that jalopy thing that Mike was talking about, it happened.
That was actually in the 89.
That was in the animated
series.
Well, no, there was a comic too, like early on, that he didn't have like a crazy sports car, I don't think.
Was that
he found one off the street or something like that, and he ended up.
Was that the issue where he got the Batmobile by any chance, or
I can't remember. It might have been because I remember it was. I can't remember. Maybe one of our fact checkers can let us know. But basically, I remember reading the one comic where it showed him, and then it showed someone posted a picture of it this week talking about it, where it was like some sports car, and he was like sitting on the side of the road changing a damn tire. Like, did you see that?
That was a Lamborghini. That was a supercar.
It didn't look like a Lamborghini. But anyways, yeah, I get what you're saying.
It looks like Sideswipe. I mean, it looks like a Lamborghini Coulthard from the front end.
And I'll obviously I'll kind of throw a little picture of slideshow once I find it. I'll pop it up.
Yeah, once you find it, put it out there for sure.
Yeah. If anybody does, let me know. I'll pop it up.
I'm not throwing out $55, so that $5 only happens once. So whoever gets it, I'll put their name out there.
You hear that, everybody?
I get crazy.
All the fact checkers out there, get ready to get $5. Maybe
you're
not.
About to get lit up, Eric.
That's all right. First person to show me gets $5.
You're working that second job a lot this week.
Thank God it's only on the weekends when I feel like it. Good stuff, man. Because I'm glad we brought that up, man, because I really wanted to get y'all opinions on that. I've been itching to kind of talk about that, man. But, speaking of rumors and things of that sort, let's talk about another rumor that's probably grabbing the underwear of a lot of nerds out there. So there's rumors that Andrew Garfield is talking. I see that, Mike.
Bro, I don't want to see underwear.
Speaking of grabbing,
he's in talks with Sony to do a live action Spider-Verse movie, and I'm all for it personally. But what do you guys think?
I personally liked Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man, even though people hated the hell out of him, but I actually liked him. So,
yeah, I thought he was a really good Spider-Man as well. And the story was good.
For everybody, that's Beef Wellington over there booing, not moaning. So.
That's a real rare Wellington right there.
Yeah.
I like my meat medium well.
You better not be making that sound then.
Oh, no. Well, you never know.
Yeah. You never know. I am not a fan of Garfield as Spider-Man at all. I never even got through his movies. I just don't feel like
really
he was not my Spider-Man. Not sorry. The Spider-Verse is coming out. All right, I get why they're doing it because they had they had a lot of success with the Spider-Verse, the movie that came out, the cartoon. Like a lot of people loved it. It was great. The animated series was great. But I just don't. I know why they're making this movie with Garfield, and I just don't feel him as my Spider-Man. I don't think he was good at all to me. He didn't do it for me.
Wow.
Now, is it just going to be
one Garfield?
So what's up?
Mike said it's only one Garfield. Go ahead, Wolfenstein. What you say?
Now, is it just going to be him, Garfield, or are they bringing back? I can't remember his name off the top of my head. The guy who played the first Spider-Man. I cannot remember.
Toby.
Toby.
Mm-hmm.
Are they bringing him in too, possibly? Or?
They were talking about it because on Morbius they showed was it in the Morbius trailer that they showed Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, or was it Andrew Garfield?
In the background, right?
There was something weird with that. So, Mike, here's my question: is this its own iteration of a live-action Spider-Verse movie, or is Andrew Garfield playing his original character as the Spider-Man in another section of the multiverse?
Yeah.
That's what they were talking about, him playing his original character back.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, his original character, but in a live-action one, so not the animated one at all, even though they're doing part 2 for the animated one, which comes out, is it this year or next year, guys? November of this year, right?
I have to go back and look. I can't remember, to be honest.
I feel like it's next year for some reason.
Next year, November of next year. So we'll find out. I'm looking forward to that one too because the first one was really good.
Yeah, I like that too.
Something separate from that, and they're talking about doing a live action movie. I like Garfield. I didn't think he was bad at all, especially since we understood that to be the Amazing Spider-Man and not the Spectacular. There's so many different Spider-Mans, by the way.
Yeah, no doubt.
The Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah, the Ultimate wouldn't have been bad, but he would have had to be a little younger than what Garfield and Tobey Maguire were playing. He would have had to have been like what we got now, really, with Tom Holland, right? Like, right? Yeah. So
I think he's perfect for that.
Yeah, and I think they've taken pieces from the Ultimate line and kind of added them on to that.
They have, and now's a great time to start bringing those characters in because the contract's over with Netflix, and now we can get the Luke Cage, we can get the Iron Fist, we can get whoever the cat lady was in that cartoon. I can't remember. White Tiger is whatever the hell.
White Tiger.
I thought that series was fucking amazing, personally.
Yeah, it was good. It was entertaining. Definitely entertaining. Stories on there. They had him as a shield, basically a shield trainee, until he ran his own team.
Yeah, and he had his own team, and it was great. I thought it was fantastic. They even incorporated him into the Avengers in that storyline too. He was an Avenger for a while. So I think that kind of hits everything.
All of that. They know how to mesh their stories, so to speak. They did a good job.
Another quick question with that too. When we're talking about multiverse Spider-Man, like I always kind of felt like when he would go to a different multiverse or different universe in the multiverse, that there was some pretty drastic differences between him and the other characters. I kind of see Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire, and Andrew Garfield all trying to play the same character. Like when we go to a multiverse, I want to see a Miles Morales. I want to see a 2099. I want to see all these different characters that were, can they be Peter Parker? Sure, but they got like Spider Noir. You know what I mean? Like the old school 20s Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
But
Nicolas Cage was great at that too, that role.
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
Nicolas Cage was great at that role, dude, in Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
That was him?
Yeah, that was him.
Oh.
He did a good job. He did it. Yeah, I mean, I'm interested to see how it plays. I get what you're saying, Mike. You want something different. The only thing I can say though is there seems to be a clear difference, even though the suits are similar, between the Amazing Spider-Man and the Spectacular Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So maybe they can play off of that. But I don't know. I didn't like Garfield. Well, wait, Wellington, let's talk about it real quick. You said that you did not think he was your Spider-Man, but I need you to go into why. Why didn't you like him as your Spider-Man?
I just didn't like him per se as an actor, I guess I want to say. I don't like I just didn't get the feeling when I was watching his movie, or watching his first movie where he played in, that I wasn't getting the Spider-Man feeling from him, if that makes any type of sense. Spider-Man to me, I guess it all comes to us growing up, and in what era you remember Spider-Man in. You know what I mean? So I remember Spider-Man as being, and Spider-Man as being the sarcastic, young.
Yes.
I see him as the young, my Tobey Maguire, or the I'm sorry, what's his name now? I'm escaping me. The current Spider-Man.
Tom Holland.
Yes, Tom Holland. Those to me gave me the more feeling of how I grew up with Spider-Man and reading him in the comic books, and I mean, they gave me the feeling of who Spider-Man was.
Okay.
I just didn't get that from Garfield.
Okay.
I think that's a great point that you bring up, and I've had this conversation with some friends, and this is how I've broken it down. Over the 3 Spider-Men that we've gotten, in my opinion, Tobey Maguire was a great Peter Parker, was a terrible fucking Spider-Man. Again, in my opinion, and this doesn't go along with what you said, but in my opinion, I think Andrew Garfield was a great Spider-Man. I think he was a terrible Peter Parker.
Okay.
But this guy, Tom Holland, he gets both characters and he pulls it off.
Yeah.
And
I
agree with
that.
100%, because that's what I thought he brought, and maybe that's why I liked him so much, is because Tobey Maguire was a great Peter Parker, but when it came down to the Spider-Man aspect, I was like, this guy's not shooting them quibs out enough. He's not snappy with the comebacks. He's not, he didn't get a chance to really be the Spider-Man that we've read or seen in the animated series and this, that, and the other. So I think they kind of limited him. They wanted people to be more relatable to the Spider-Man aspect of it, and so they kind of toned him back a little bit, it felt like. But when Andrew Garfield played Spider-Man, he got it. Like, he was quick with the comebacks. He was sarcastic. He was even a little cocky as a person who's just discovering their powers, maybe. You know what I mean? Like, oh, crap, I don't have to get beat up this week. Now I can go and actually punch people who are doing bad to other people, and I can be, kind of cocky about it because I know they can't do nothing to me. So I thought that was kind of like that was believable, you know. And then Tom Holland was the perfect mix. He had the heart for doing what was right, but also would come back with the snappy quibs, and he really did care. You know what I mean? So it seemed like he was the perfect mix of both worlds for me. I'm with you, Mike.
I agree with you there, Mike. Yeah. Also, like I was actually shocked when watching Garfield when he in that one scene where he was shooting the webs and he kept shooting the guy up against the wall, and then he kept making those smart ass comments and he shot him right in the balls with a web and everything. Like, dude, remember that? It was funny as hell. But like his smart ass comments seemed to me more like Spider-Man than Tobey Maguire did. So, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, man, 100%.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Indeed.
So, did you guys see? I don't know if you guys were George Romero fans at all. I grew up watching all of his films and everything, all his Dead movies, but Sci-Fi is actually bringing Day of the Dead. They're bringing it as a TV series.
Oh yeah, TV series? Oh,
yeah, I'm actually kind of excited about that. It was actually Day of the Dead is actually one of my favorite films. So
I don't think I've ever seen it. I don't think I've ever seen that at all.
Dawn of the Dead?
I don't think I've ever seen
any of them.
But I thought I was the only one.
Dawn of the Dead? Yeah, I've seen that movie.
Yeah, I've pretty much seen all of them. Like that was one of those that and Godzilla were like the films I used to watch back in the day when I wasn't feeling well, when I was younger and sick. I would sit and watch those on Sunday afternoons. Just sitting there. Yeah. So
yeah, my mom didn't let me watch horror movies until I think I was a teenager.
Yeah, same here.
I didn't get a lot of that stuff when I was younger. Plus, I mean, I'll be 38 this month. Yeah, 38 on the 15th. So that probably was at least a couple years before I got to my teenage years.
Nice.
So Meatenstein, what was like the last movie you watched that was scary, bro? That was the last one that really scared the bejesus out of you.
Wow.
Can you remember? Like, I don't remember any movie.
It's been a long time. It's been a long time.
It's been one movie.
I can't think of one either.
It's been a while. It was the movie with Nicole Kidman. And I think it was actually the only thriller or scary movie she's ever been in. Dang, what was the name?
Eyes Wide Shut?
That's a scary movie.
Was that the one like The Others or something like that, where she was at a house?
She was a young teenage boy.
Yes, in the house. It was called The Others.
Yeah, I remember that.
The Others. Yeah.
Oh, dude, and I was an adult at this time. When them kids turned around with the white eyes, dude, I jumped. I was like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that. I was not expecting that for them kids. Like the Orphan too. The Orphan got me too. But before that, it had a long time. Like I always thought the Freddy and Jason movies were more entertaining than they were scary.
Mm-hmm. Same here.
Yeah.
It's just like the Dead movies. Yeah. Also, they were entertaining. Like they were wild, but they were like you didn't know what to say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, lately I've been watching like a bunch of. I've always been a horror film nut, so I pretty much like been watching anything and everything since I was a kid.
But you brought up Godzilla, man. I still got to see the last one, man.
Dude, the last one would kick. It was way better than the one they did. 2014? So definitely watch it before him and King Kong kick the shit out of one another. So that's coming up soon. That's coming up soon. I think is it this year? Next year, something like that.
I can't wait to see that too. So I'm gonna have to go back and see the last Godzilla. I was excited when it was coming, and then some stuff came up, and we weren't able to go. So I can't wait to check it out. Yeah, man. So this coronavirus is actually affecting a lot more than just toys for nerds.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I think people are really starting to grasp the seriousness of it now, and that they stop complaining about where's my toy. Although, of course, you get a couple of idiots out there who just don't care about anything other than themselves. But Mission Impossible 7, for those who are excited about those movies, I'm not personally, but those excited about Mission Impossible, the 80,000 movie that they're making. They had to halt filming in Italy because of the coronavirus, so that's going to be set back for a little while. But for who likes it, it's coming eventually.
I think Italy is also like they're shutting down sporting events. Like no fans are allowed to attend. If I'm not mistaken.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's nuts.
They're what's going on is they're shutting out fans. You cannot go to a sporting event until this thing's solved in Italy.
They were talking about March Madness.
Yeah.
They were talking about March Madness as well.
Oh, I didn't. March Madness I hadn't heard about.
And a couple of
NHL and everybody.
Yeah,
there's contingency plans for everybody right now. Even the MLB and the NFL got something in place.
Yep.
Yeah, and you would think though, like in the open air, it would be a little better as opposed to coming into an arena and passing it around. It's going to hang in there a little better, especially with the sweat and all that and the moisture. But you would think like a football game and a baseball game, even soccer.
It's just contact. You get some drunk fool that's coughing and then falls over and then bam. You know what I mean?
And when you got a 2 to 14 day incubation period, I mean, you could be carrying it around right now and not even know it. You could literally have it allegedly and let it run its course and not have a single symptom.
Yeah.
So
that's the scary part.
Yeah, like this. I mean, it's prep. Take care of yourselves. If you guys are at high risk or you know somebody that is high risk, take the necessary precautions. But expect to get this at some point because you probably will. And I'm not trying to be, the bad guy or make people feel some sort of way. I'm saying, hey, protect yourselves, guys. But it's coming. It's probably coming. Yeah. So just make sure you do what you got to do.
Just wear your bucket. You'll be fine.
I'm going to make sure I find my plastic trash bag.
Dude, that's our first piece of merch that we're going to sell. We're going to sell fucking coronavirus helmets.
Dude, don't tempt me. I can figure it up. We can make little masks with our face on it. Like Wolf, like just looking off like all weird.
Yeah, but it's not weird that we'll get protective coverings for our toys and our comics, but we will get something for ourselves.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Listen, package I get that comes from across the pond is going to be sterilized thoroughly, and it's going to stay in the garage for about a week before I bring it back.
Oh, jeez.
But speaking of toys, man, did you guys see the new Lego sets coming out for Mask?
What?
Yeah, man.
Were those real?
Yes, they are real.
So wait, that's not Lego then. Who is that?
That is Lego.
Yes, it is.
That's an official Lego licensed product. That's not Creo. That's not really.
That is Lego, sir.
That's huge.
Say it with me, Mike. Lego.
Lego. Lepin? Lego. Or Lepin.
Whisper in someone's ear.
Lego.
Dude, this means so much. Think about the implications there. Yep. Think about what could be in the future. Rumors start here. Yes.
So what's crazy about it is it looks like they're trying to really generate some buzz about the new movie that's coming out, because that's where I saw the piggyback off the story is I saw the story and then it piggybacked off the movie. So the movie's been greenlighted. We're getting that Mask movie. They're talking about writers. Paramount has the reins over it, which kind of scares me a little bit because we see what they did to the Transformer movies. So we're hoping for something good that'll come out the Mask, but the toys, I mean, that hopefully we get more than just Lego. Hopefully we get a rebirth and a reboot of a Mask line, man. That could be dope.
Hell yeah.
It'd make a lot of people happy, yeah.
The great thing, I think the great thing about those, all those pictures that we saw were not based on anything new or anything current. Those were all classic designs. Like that was an 82 Wrangler in there. Like that's what that was. Like when you see Thunderbird, Thunderhawk, whatever it is, that's an 85 Camaro, or an 84 Camaro, whatever it was. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, could be interesting.
Yeah, hopefully it's true, but I mean, we'll see. I mean, it looks cool though. I never actually I used to have the vehicles when I was younger. So being able to actually build one of those things yourself and have that, dude, it'll be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. That'd be a nice couple builds for the wife and I. It's just where we're going to put them at. That's the thing. We're working on that.
That's always
if there's a will, there's a way.
Always the problem. Where are you going to put it? Where am I going to put this thing? That's always the question.
You'll find a place. I believe in you.
I believe in you too, man. And so, Meat Master, real quick, do you and your wife build these together all the time?
No, this is our first one, man. So this was our first one, so it will be a thing. We're having so much fun doing it. It's so relaxing. Well, our days are so busy, man. So my wife, for many who don't know, she's now a director of a children's adolescent mental therapy department where they provide counseling and therapy for adolescents. And she's now the director, which means now she has everybody depending on her, which takes up a lot of her time at work. And then she has to still be an advocate for our daughter, which we both do that. We have an older daughter who's pretty, active in Girl Scouts and doing other things. So when life hits you, it's easy for you to not find time for one another. And this has been really great for us just coming back. I mean, we go to the movies every now and then and go out and grab something to eat and do things. But for something just for us, this has been great. And it's like I said, it's relaxing. It helps with her mild anxiety. It helps with some of the stress that I deal with dealing with the public every day, trying not to choke nobody. But so yeah, man, it's been pretty fun. It's been pretty cool to do. And so yeah, there will be more. The Batmobile is just the beginning. I don't know if we're gonna keep going with 3,000 part Lego builds, but we'll build some stuff.
You should.
Yeah, I think
those are the ones. I'm telling you.
I mean, those are the ones that are the most fun. They're gonna take the longest.
Dude, the detail though, like what you get when you move that up that tier, the product you're getting is so different than one of the lower sets.
Yeah, I saw your Star Wars sets, man, and it inspired me. And she saw it and she was like, "Wow, he has a lot of Lego sets." And I was like, "Yeah,
I got problems."
No, she some of that stuff looks fun to build, and I was like, "Yeah, got her."
Got him. Oh man, that's what's up.
Yeah, good stuff, man. I just wanted to bring up me personally one last thing. For a lot of people, and especially our Beast War fans out there, and shout out to the Stasis Lock guys, man. They've been great support for the show as well. The Tyler G's of the world, the Dakotas, aka Primal Savage, and then Dalton. That's a cool dude too, man. He's one of the most laid back cats I've ever met. I thought meeting Lowry in person, how laid back that cat was. I think he got you beat. I think he got you beat. But the Tigertron has its price point now for the U.S. retail of $220. It looked like it just went up on Amazon JP.
Yes.
No, that wasn't at you, Eric. That was not at you.
No, I feel you. But it looks like
for our listeners, New York Mike just threw up his middle finger at that response.
We call it the Bronx cheer here in New York.
He is not happy. About the price. But get into it, Mike, before we drop the JP price. Why does that turn you off so bad?
Why does it turn me off so bad? Because it's not a $220 item. When you've got, and I mean, I'm going to sound like a broken record, because if anybody that's in the fandom, that is in any group or listens to any podcast, it's already been said. When you have the level of quality of product that you're getting from third party, whether whoever it is that you like, if it's Zeta, then it's even more so than Fans Toys, because at the price point that you're paying for Zeta, what you're getting compared to what is Takara, even though Zeta's crap, is amazing. I'm a Fans Toys fanboy. I'm going to be the first one to admit it. I'm a Fans Toys fan, so I am biased. Okay,
same here. Yeah.
That said, I'm biased because of their track record, because of the quality of product that I've gotten. And I know everyone's had trouble and there's QC issues here and there, but overall, I have 2 of just about every Fans Toys product that they've come out with. And I have not had a single QC issue. That's my good fortune. But on top of that, I've seen the build quality. I've seen the materials. Transformations are a little intricate. They're not for everybody. I get that. But when it comes to display, when it comes to shelf presence, when it comes to just the feel of a top-notch character, when I'm holding on to my Springer, and then I'm holding on to my insert Takara name of product here, it's night and day to me.
Their Hound.
There's just no excuse for it, in my opinion. Sorry.
No, I think that's a good point, man.
It is,
you
man.
touched on a really good point, especially. Well, here's the thing. So let me just give you the other side of the coin that I've been hearing. Not that I take this position, but so there's people who would say that this is not all that third party does. Third party, when they have their factories, they can give you this smaller price point because the factories that they're using, they make rulers and Tupperware bowls. So this for them is a hobby. They're not doing it to make an exponential amount of money to help continue to fund the toy business that Hasbro/Takara has. Now, I don't buy it. That's not something that I necessarily agree with. However, I can get that aspect and the point of simple economics. I get it. I don't buy it though. And I don't buy it from this aspect. They have access to the same materials over there. Yep. And if Takara is using a cheaper plastic, they're minimizing the amount of die cast that they used to use in their figures. This is a textbook play for let me save money and make more. Let me save money for materials, but make more money for the coffers down the road. And they're not giving us anything that we want that's going to make us feel like, okay, I can see why we have a price increase, except for articulation. Now, I'll give them credit. The paint and articulation have gotten way better over the past, let's call it 6 masterpiece figures that have dropped.
Credit where credit's due, yeah. Ever since Sunstreaker.
That's fair, yeah.
Got to give them credit for that because now what comes with that is new designs. That means now all this articulation and stuff has to fit to make stuff work. So in that aspect, I can get it. But is it still worth, like, let's be honest, Prime wasn't worth $450.
Fuck no. Even with all those stickers on them.
Hey, Eric. Yeah, besides, how your knees holding up?
Oh, Lord.
You from the Bronx, Eric?
Oh, yeah, the Bronx is here. To be honest, man, it's just it probably wasn't worth $450, and I'm glad I didn't pay that because Amazon Japan had an amazing deal for me to get it. You know, at 328 shipped, I think it was something like that. And they give you time to be able to save up for something like that, which is great. But I couldn't imagine paying $450 for that Prime. That's just ridiculous. So Takara's numbers are getting out of control. But at $219 for an oversized retool of what's his name, Cheetor, I'm not buying it either, Mike. I feel you.
If it wasn't for Amazon Japan, I think I'd be rethinking a lot of things right now.
Facts.
Yo, Amazon Japan is real. It's a real option right now.
Yeah,
a lot of people may not know about that.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not doing it, check it out.
It's just as easy as it is going through regular Amazon.
It's not hard. It's not hard at all.
It is. All you gotta do is just like changing the what do you call it, with US or Japan on Amazon. You can go to Amazon and you can see everything that's in Japan right now, and you can order from there and you know, have it just
you can switch over to English. It's easy to use. The national
I got
can do it.
Yeah, indeed. I gotta thank the meat master for that, man. He put me onto that.
Thanks, man. It was just doing my job, man. You know, helping out the community as much as I can. You know, I like to spread my meat around.
Nice.
We've heard that about you.
Oh,
wait a minute, my wife.
How much meat you got?
Yeah, I was gonna say your wife shares everything with you. I hope she's not listening to this.
Oh no!
Good night.
Someone's gonna be in a Lego doghouse tomorrow. So
yeah, I was gonna say that's your next project, buddy.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Well played. Well played. Good job. But no, I hear you, man. I hear you. Well, I'll tell you this though. What's really cool though is the X-Men Sentinel that's coming to BBTS that I think somebody posted in a group, that diorama. Was that you, Mike? That posted that diorama? Who
was
posted
it me?
That diorama?
No, I wasn't. Mike don't even remember about it. He's like, was that me?
I'm gonna be real embarrassed now if I posted that because I don't know what the hell we're talking about.
Maybe it was Jason.
I think it was you.
I thought it was.
No, I think it was Mike. Now that I think about it.
Wasn't me.
If I see Sentinel, I might have just posted it. What did I post? Was it good?
All I remember is when I saw it and I saw the price tag on it, I was like, whoa. I was like, yeah, okay.
Lowry, you got that on cue?
Here, I'll get it up for you. Hang on one second.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the Iron Studio statue.
Yeah, that big boy.
I'll talk about that. I'd love to talk about that.
Right, let me get a good picture of this thing. Let me get this thing going.
That was a 110, I think, scale, right?
Dude, that thing was huge.
Yeah, that's a 10.
That's what she said.
Yo, it beautiful. Yeah, that's what she said.
I wish you would
there
say
you
that.
go.
Wolf, you're not supposed to say that out loud, bro.
He's talking about his collection.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
So, yeah,
I got a collection of my fans. So,
Mike, why don't you take us on a ride with this one, man? Describe what we're seeing here.
I'll take you on a ride because this is going to take me on a ride when it hits my wallet. This is a 3-piece diorama set with companion pieces. So we're talking even bigger. If you guys 2-3 shows ago, I forget what it was, we were doing the What You Gets, and I showed off that Professor X statue.
Is that a part of the set?
That goes with this, and this is actually the second of 3. The first one was teased, I want to say, back in November. It's got if you're going on BBTS, I think it's like $18.99 or $17.99.
When he says $18 or $17.99, guys, let's be clear. He's talking $1,800.
Yeah, this is a big mamma jamma. This guy's like 36, 37 inches tall. Not this particular one, the other one. This one is actually the shortest of the 3 because it goes up to the top of Magneto's head. This is the one that goes in the center. And then the other 2 pieces go on the sides. And what it is it's a giant battle scene of the X-Mansion getting destroyed and attacked by 3 Sentinels. The one here that you're seeing right now is you only see kind of like the torso coming up out of the mansion because he's kind of in like the lower levels right now. And he's kind of popping up toward the center. And if you see, I'm pretty sure if you see in one of the pictures, you can actually see one of the X doors, like the circular doors with the X on them, like that's in the basement or the base part, I guess, of the X mansion. You actually see that getting ruined here somewhere.
Okay, there's a better shot, like what you can see down a little bit.
Zoom in a
little.
If you
I
can.
don't know where it is, on which side it is.
Okay.
But anyway, you got Gambit, Magneto, and Juggernaut here.
Oh yeah, there's the base right there.
Destroying the Sentinel.
Yeah, that's nice, man.
And look at Gambit, dude. Balling. Now, see, what I always loved about the X-Men is that they all hate the Sentinels, good and bad. Like they hate them all. So if it's the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants and the X-Men getting together, I'm in for anything on that. I mean, not this statue.
Yeah. Is it me or so it kind of looks like he's kind of crawling, like he's missing his legs or something?
Yes, look
like it's
back.
Look at that.
Right
oh, look at that!
It looks like his legs are cut off. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Like he's just kind of like grasping for his last minute, like, before he dies, kind of like thing.
That's sick.
Yeah, it might even look like Magneto might be trying to pick him up there or something.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does kind of look like that. Yeah.
It looks like Juggernaut is almost like shoulder tackling him. It looks like Magneto is opening up the head on the Sentinel.
Yeah, like jumping on his head. And
that's awesome. Look at how that arm's missing right there by the Juggernaut.
Sick, bro.
Juggernaut took her right off. No, is this like an actual scene? Is this an actual scene from a comic book? Like, because I'm just trying to wonder why they chose these particular characters for the statue.
Well, they're all the Jim Lee designs. This is obviously all from that era of X-Men. And I don't know that this is an iconic. Like, I don't remember Juggernaut and the X-Men fighting them at the actual mansion. I remember Juggernaut destroying the mansion. I remember having trouble with it, but I don't remember all of them going together like this. And the nice thing is, depending on which statue you get is going to depict on what other, characters come along with that. The one thing that I didn't really see being there, or I didn't think should be there, was the Juggernaut, because in my opinion, I think that should be Colossus. But, again, that's just my opinion. If they come across with a companion Colossus piece, I'll be fine with it because I like Juggernaut too.
Yeah.
But other than that, you got everybody. You got Storm, Iceman. You got Jubilee, Cyclops, Wolverine, Beast, Rogue. They're all encompassed in this diorama as a whole.
Right,
dude. You bet whatever you end up putting this thing in, your floor better be structurally sound, or that shit's gonna go right through.
I got a plan
this
for this
thing
guy.
is.
Do not put this in your DTOF, guys.
Yeah, I don't even think Gambit would fit in a DTOF. I mean, this set is huge.
Dang, that thing does look.
That's what he said.
God, look at Juggernaut, dude. Look at that detail.
He got him.
They got them good. That's
And
dope.
if you guys do decide to pick this up, they have it available at Sideshow also, and it is a lot cheaper at Sideshow.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
You
Really?
don't have to put anything down
much
at
cheaper?
BBTS. You got to put money down. I'm sorry, Ian. What'd you say?
No, I was just listening to you, Mike. I was saying I was asking how much cheaper is it?
A couple $100 actually. It's significant. It's very significant.
That's definitely a significant amount.
But now I know with Sideshow, it also you have to worry about the shipping. I think with BBTS you get the flat rate shipping, so that's also going to be a factor. So figure it out as far as that goes.
For $4,
you have to put $300 down, I believe, at BBTS for this. There's $300 down payment.
$292.
Yeah.
There you go.
You don't. If you cancel this, you won't get any of that money back.
Yep.
Negative.
So you better be in on that set.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Better
but
be in.
you can reserve it at Sideshow, and if you just don't pay it, they'll just cancel it when it comes in. So you're not losing anything.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff, man. Well, I think that's a good spot to wrap, man. That's pretty good stuff there, man. So let's go around the yard and get some where you at's and shout outs and call it a day. So Wells, where you at, man?
Sentinel!
That's my guy.
Me and New York Mike out, man, on the Sentinels, man. Maybe everything Sentinel. Yo, man, it's always good, man. Like, congratulations to all of us again on 100 subs on YouTube.
Yeah, man.
I mean, thank you to all of our listeners, all of our followers, everyone that subscribed. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We hope that we continue to bring y'all great content every Thursday. And please, if there's anything that you want to let us know, please just shout us out and send us an email. And, just let us know what we're doing, whether it's right or whether it's wrong, or just let us know how you feel. And
Awesome.
Shout out to everybody. Hope everyone has a great week and a great weekend. And yeah, that's it for me, man.
Yeah, man. New York Mike, what you got?
I don't know. I just kind of want to say shout out to the Realm. This week I'm actually kind of excited. I'm going to a toy show on Sunday, I believe.
Nice.
It's some dinky little thing in Old Bridge, New Jersey. It's a one-day Sunday show, but I'm going just because I need to fix. So, and that got me thinking about NJCC and all the meetups. So, made me start missing everybody, and I just can't wait to see everybody again at the next Realm meetup.
Indeed.
So it's gonna be a good time.
Dope, man. Dope. Love the community aspect you guys have out there in Jersey, man. We're trying to Jersey, New York, the whole tri-state area there. That a lot of that inspired us here in Michigan to do our own thing, man, and keep it moving. So I love it when the community does what they do.
Yes,
Wolf,
sir.
what about you, man? You traveling anywhere crazy this week? What you got going on?
No, I'm home this week. Nothing going on. So
nice.
Gonna hang out, like I said, hopefully work on the room a little bit, get some lights mounted. Hopefully have some content for you guys on that next week. We'll see.
Nice.
Dope.
Yeah, you can find me on your Facebook groups, on your social medias, and every Thursday. What are you smiling at over there? I see you.
Me?
Yeah, you.
I'm just a happy guy.
Yeah, Mike's always smiling, man.
He's happy to see me.
Why do I gotta be up to something?
I
don't know.
I'm watching you.
You better watch him.
Yeah. And, yeah, every Thursday here with you, gentlemen. Great to be here. Have a good week, everyone.
Always good having you.
Indeed.
Lowry, what about you, big fella? Got some big stuff happening tomorrow, man. How's your week?
You me both, man. Yeah. So tomorrow it's actually our 1 year wedding anniversary. They gave us the cake and everything, so we're actually going to break that out tomorrow night.
Yeah, man. The small one that sits on the top all the time.
Yeah. Well, the lady who did our cakes, Soul Cakes by Tanya, she actually baked us a fresh one.
Oh,
yeah. So we got a fresh 6-inch cake or something. Says happy anniversary. And it sucked because we actually didn't get to eat any of our cake at the wedding because they took it off our table too quick.
Oh,
so we're like all excited about this tomorrow. I was like, I don't think I've ever been excited about eating cake before. I'm like, yeah, I want to try this shit.
Cake.
Might not be that fresh.
Cake.
I picked it up the other day.
Mike, I caught that.
I did too. That was a good one. Yeah. So pretty much, we do that tomorrow, and basically, you can find me on the Facebook groups, with you guys every Thursday. You can find us, like before we said on the other podcast, you can find us on Podbeam, what is it? Apple. You can find us on Google. You can find us on Stitcher. I mean, you can pretty much find us everywhere. So glad to be with you guys next week again.
Enjoy your Monday obligations, sir.
Yeah, man. Mike, I see you smiling.
Obligations.
Sound like you got something else. What you got?
I did. I wanted to just say one more thing real quick. I wanted to give a shout out to my boy Ep.5. He's a good dude, and he actually helped me get into the Legends game earlier last year, and he's a real good dude, good heart. I just wanted to give you one quick message, bro. Let's go Mets.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
You feel like you had to make up for last week?
No, I just love Ep.5. I don't want him mad at me.
See, now he's going to hate you because he's not going to listen this
Please
week.
resubscribe, Eric.
Yeah.
Please, right? Please resubscribe.
All right, Meat Master, where can they find you at?
Heat, boy.
Oh, I love that cat, man. That cat's crazy, man. But he's one of the most genuine guys you can ever meet. Like, take him or leave him. Like, he's going to give you the truth, unfiltered, always going to tell you how it is, man.
Love you, Ep.5. Love him.
Yeah, that's why I like him. Exactly.
You gotta love people like that, man. You want people to tell you the truth and be, and be like that. You know what I mean? So me and Ep.5 are close to him, man. So shout out to him. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry that I said anything about the Mets that wasn't true.
Oh no. We're going to get comments about that.
He's coming after you now.
I know.
Careful, he knows
already
who you
has. He does. But we thrive off of that, man. That's my brother for life, man. He's cool. We got nothing but love for him, man. He knows that. We go back and forth all the time.
Stuff, man. Well,
all right, Meat Master, where we can find you at?
You can find me, Eric B, in the Facebook groups as Eric and Siobhan Burgess. I'm also on Instagram as Mr_EDub82. Where, again, I know I say this week to week, but I actually did take some pictures recently. I'm just working on cropping them and getting them edited, so those should be up by week's end. Yeah, man, we got a big situation coming up by the end of next week. On Friday, my youngest daughter has to have her port removed because it's blocked on both ways. So can we not get anything out, but we can no longer get anything in. And so we want to stave off any possibility of infection. So we want to get that out ASAP. And Friday morning is when she goes in. She's going to go in on Thursday so they can get her prepped and everything. And then Friday she has the surgery. So for those who pray, keep my daughter in your prayers. And then also good thoughts and vibes towards her as well.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
Indeed.
Yeah, so that's just one of the things that we deal with and other kids deal with when they're conquering sickle cell, man. And that's what me and my wife are advocates for. We have our own sickle cell disease foundation called Kennedy's Village, which you can find us on Instagram, Twitter, and also Facebook. And we are putting together our YouTube page. And many of you have seen my wife's story in regard to being an advocate for kids with sickle cell. So I love her for that. She's did a phenomenal job with that video. And as much as we can bring, thank you. Sir.
Yeah, definitely.
We can bring awareness to the sickle cell world, man, because it's so underfunded and it's so overlooked. We do our best to do so. So thank you guys for your support. Thank you for that. So that's pretty much it. But that's my week, man. And with that, guys, the nerds have spoken. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
All right, catch you guys next week.
Everybody.
See ya.
See you guys.
Nerd up.